It's Ben, Karen, and Spencer. Go us.
Hey,
Make sure you
everybody.
refresh.
Always refresh.
We took a 10-second break there because we were very busy talking about the bugs flying around. Karen figured out where the bugs were coming from. Our plant is not in the best shape, and the plants were like, rawr, plants, because the bugs are vegan, I guess. Anyway, so we put the plant outside because there were 1 billion flies in here.
Yep.
Also, the lemonade caught some.
Hey, can I have those paper towels if you can reach them?
Why? Because I'm sweaty?
No.
Oh.
The temperature's pretty nice down here, though.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
It makes it during the summer. It gets a little stuffy, but never really that bad because it is a basement.
See, there's a reason why Twitch has an age minimum for you to be a member of Twitch, because otherwise we get questions like that are in the chat. You know, like, is Sarawan there, and is this live? You know.
Yeah, go see.
Obviously, Sarawan's here, and obviously it's not live. Somehow I predicted what your questions would be, and then I'm answering them now. Pretty smart.
Yeah.
Sort of like, what's his name? What's that movie you hated that everybody liked? There's 2 of them. Ferris Bueller.
I didn't hate Ferris Bueller.
What'd you think of Ferris Bueller?
I like Ferris Bueller.
What'd you give it, like, out of 100?
For the type, or just from let me think. It's been a while since I saw it. I'll give it a B plus.
Out of 100. Oh, okay. And
out of 100?
no, that's fine.
Right.
Now, and you know the movie that I was going to compare it to that you also hate, but you don't hate Ferris Bueller's.
Money Pit.
No,
Oh,
Groundhog.
Groundhog
Day. No, nobody likes Money Pit.
Groundhog Day is.
We're going to lose viewers now.
I just don't get it. It's just.
She doesn't like Groundhog Day.
It's just a gimmick.
And I kept making her watch it over and over, and
It's a
she never
gimmick
liked
movie.
it.
And
And
there's-
then the 100th time she watched it, she finally got it, and she loves it, and now everything's good.
No, and there's no chemistry between Andy McDowell and Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's hot.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. I didn't buy into it, and I was bored by it. I'll give it a C minus.
You timed him out. That was good.
Yeah.
Man, on one of the videos that was published in the last 3 days, they were like, "I hate Karen, and why is Karen so dumb?" And
Stupid.
Karen's the worst, and I wish Karen wasn't there. And it was on one video. What's wrong with you people?
I wasn't any dumber on that one, or stupid, as you said, than any of the other ones.
Yeah, you guys are the worst.
So I was really mad at
Why would you post that on YouTube?
So I told all the YouTubers to fuck off.
But why would you, like, if you believed that because you're mentally challenged, why would you post? Oh, because you're mentally challenged.
Well, I decided I didn't want to delete the comments because I pinned the worst comment
That's the way to do it.
The worst, but you stole that idea.
from Gotham Chess. Pin
Now,
of
according to
shame.
Karen, and Spencer doesn't know this, although you talk to Spencer a lot, so maybe he does. Gotham Chess was on his stream yesterday going, fuck my dog, and my dog sucks, and here's why my dog sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's diarrhea all over the apartment,
House.
so forth. After 30 minutes of that,
I
and he
told
said,
Ben.
oh, that's a good dog.
Oh, it was. This is actually true. I'm the one that told Ben this.
Yeah.
He went on and on and on about how he didn't want to have a dog and horrible and a diarrhea. I missed the first part of the rant, so I'm not really sure how long it went.
I've always said dogs were not that great.
But then Benji woke up and he was picking it up and kissing and like, baby,
He
baby
said he
talk.
would love him and squeeze him, and then he painted a red.
It was funny.
A white line down.
Well, I hate our dogs sometimes too, so it was funny to me.
I always like our dogs. I never hate them. Yes.
They're no
definitely
good.
have felt hatred.
Spencer always hates the dogs.
Many times.
Occasionally he goes, oh, that's cute. Like when Glory B has the paws up.
Yeah, and asleep.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, when the
That is
paws are up. Yeah.
What's not cute is when she barks in my ear. Not cute.
Man, the dog,
Or attack.
what's his name?
Yeah.
Kazoo?
Yeah.
He was like laying on Mark.
Aw,
Yeah.
I love Kazoo.
he's all right.
He's my bud.
Hey, so what are we doing now?
Yeah, let's do stuff.
Whatever Karen says.
Yeah.
You got purdy hair.
I don't know. I mean,
So puzzles it is.
I guess so that the YouTubers can make fun of how stupid I am again.
Yeah.
Was it worse to be called stupid or dumb? And is that the same thing?
But they didn't call me dumb. I don't
No, I
think.
know. I'm asking what's worse.
Stupid is more rude, I think,
Than dumb?
to me.
It is 2 syllables.
What does chat think? Which is
Did they
more-
mean the same
Right.
thing or they mean different things?
I think
Like if you look at the definition in the dictionary of both words, would it say like the same thing?
stupid, I think, is harsher and more judgmental than dumb. Dumb can also be maybe, they're biological, they have some issues that they were born with.
Stupid's
too.
your fault, dumb's not your fault.
Yeah. I
So
would
dumb,
say.
dumb is more like ignorant then.
But I don't know. I mean, both are rude. Both are rude. So who knows? Dumb comes from people who are yeah. So it did have an alternate. It's got more than one meaning now, but that was the origin.
Frankly, terrible.
But
Chat's quiet.
anyway, I'm not as mad at the YouTubers as I was this morning. They're not all like that.
Most of them. 9 cents to Jews.
I mean, I
Ben
get
said
on
always
YouTube.
donate.
I guess I'm a YouTuber. I try not to be dumb myself by calling other people dumb.
Non-English speaker. Man, that guy seems pretty German with his name.
Yeah, I think stupid is
Spielschritt.
ruder. I think it's ruder.
What was that, me or you? It was me.
My phone doesn't make that noise.
Hey,
Well-
Thaddeus.
I'm going to read this. I'm not going to say who it's from, but I'm going to read it.
Hey, Thaddeus.
This is a text I got. Ready?
I'm listening.
If you were trapped in an apartment with Gotham chess all day, having to listen to him stream, how long before you started shitting everywhere in hopes of escaping?
Aw.
Man, I'd be shit out of luck. Thanks, Phonetic Fox.
Phonetic Fox.
My small German town finally got a chess club.
Yay.
That's good.
That's great.
That is good.
I used to play in the Bundesliga before you were born.
Hey, I think already the flies are better. I mean, I've seen a couple.
All right. I swatted one or
Oh,
two
there
down.
went one right
Well,
here.
you got some of them in the lemonade, too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
took
yeah.
that up.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully there's no new ones.
Well,
in.
like Dead Manade. Am I right?
Debonade? Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
so home. So let's make the puzzles harder. 2,800 to 3,800.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I'm going to
Alright.
see. Oh, that one was dead.
It's the usual puzzles.
Oh, it's white to move.
Mm-hmm. Black's going this way. White's close to promoting. And it's White's turn.
So why is it highlighted weird?
Man, there's bugs everywhere. Thanks, Bauer and Salad. I thought it would start the hype train, but it didn't. But thanks. 37-month streak. That's good.
Yeah, we've had this puzzle before.
Delicioso.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
It looks familiar, but I don't remember the answer.
I remember the idea, and now I know the answer from it.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
They're there. And then Karen's gonna say, "I never think of that." Yeah. Okay.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I'm going to still think another moment.
Okay, I figured it out, but I mean, I already know the answer. I still had trouble figuring it out. Have you watched L.A. Confidential? Is it good? If I did see it, which I'm not saying I have, it was 25 years ago. So I don't know. Whenever it came out. You've talked about it during a chess lecture in St. Louis. Your small German town? What? Oh, you mean that I was in Bundesliga? I talk about it every stream. I don't think I've
So-
seen LA Confidential, but I'm not sure.
I saw that a long time ago. So wouldn't it just be H7?
Right, then what'll he do?
Rook H6?
Right, then what'll you do?
King G6? No, I can't do that.
King G6 check. King G6 would be good if it was legal. Yeah, then
King can't help. Let's see.
you get 4 ads that are 30 seconds long because you're not a sub, so that's your fault. If you're not a sub, just go watch some other channel. Why are you watching my channel? Get out of here, Sven. Sven, you always beg for a sub. Why aren't you begging for a sub?
Yeah.
Come on, Sven. If somebody gives Sven a sub, that'll start the train too. How much to buy this shirt off your back? At one of the nationals about 5 years ago, a guy gave me the shirt off his back and another shirt. I said, "That's a nice shirt," and he like took the shirt off and gave it to me. Then he got arrested.
Anyways, I want him to wash it first.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, you
now.
really want me to watch
I
it.
thought I saw something I didn't.
H7's correct.
Oh,
Whoa,
know.
what
Whoa,
did I
what
do?
happened?
I don't know.
You
Just
could
go
probably
back.
click the side button
Yeah.
on the
Go
mouse.
back.
Pew.
Oh,
Pew.
That didn't
forward.
work.
It's gone forever.
Darn.
Just press start.
Well, what was the answer? It's going
It's
to
H7. and
It was
then
H7, and then
But
after
then-
Rook H6,
Move your rook
it's Rook
sideways.
E8. Only E8. Then after Rook takes pawn, King G6 traps the Rook. The Rook's trapped because that's why there was a black pawn there. So the
Oh,
Rook
yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah.
trapped. The Rook goes to E8, so the Rook can't go to E7.
Right, E8.
King G6 defends these three squares. He has to play Rook here, then Rook check. Wins the Rook.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Well, that was me, not you.
I know.
I clicked something. I don't know what I clicked.
Go
I
make
clicked a side button?
on the mouse. Yeah, it's got side buttons near the thumb,
Yeah.
and that makes you go back and forth in the page.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I've never done any of that. Okay,
Yeah,
now
what
it's
it
Karen's
is.
turn again.
Okay, there's a button to move.
This is one of my favorite piece distribution things. Three pieces for 2 rooks. I like that. The worst in chess gifted a sub to Sven. Thank you. Yeah, it's Queen C2. Right, Conf Bullet too. All that stuff you said was right. Delicious.
After you said the answer, I remember having it before, but that was just a little tough for me.
You're not having it.
Do what?
So there, you said you had it before, and I said you're not having it.
Oh. Let's see. Did you guys solve it already?
I did.
No, I didn't solve
Okay,
it.
well,
yet.
we'll keep looking. Then you talk to chat.
How do you spell your wife's name? You talking to me or Karen? Karen. That's how you spell Karen. The way you spelled it, nobody spells it that way in the whole world. Like, why would you spell it? There's a billion Karens in the world, and they all spell it the same way, except for people who don't.
I solved it.
But nobody spells it your way.
Yeah.
Does anybody in the world spell Karen Keren?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Really? Well, that guy, he wrote it. Anyway, you're banned. Yeah, we won't have any bugs in like 3 days because we got the plant out of
Yeah.
here.
Goodbye, plant.
Yeah. We replaced it with Castaneda. That was a good joke. And Gettier. That's a joke 3 or 4 people in the world would get. That's a lot of people. It's a Plantiga joke. Bam! The philosopher you've never heard of. There's only 185 people watching. I'm guessing nobody's heard of him. You've heard of Gettier, like 3 of you have heard of him. But nobody's heard of Plantiga. Terrible. The Castaneda, that's going too far. You have to say you heard of them all, otherwise they're going to say you're stupid on the chat.
Trying to focus on the puzzle. I don't care what they say anyway.
Oh,
Dang, we're almost at level 2 on that hype train.
FM John,
94%.
FM John Curtis asked why he was banned, and his children's children.
Always ban him.
Who's that?
Yeah. He probably
Sounds
deserved
like you
it.
just made it up.
Yeah.
That's not
Well,
how
I
you
s-
spell your. That's your. Come on.
I don't really know. I see the one fork on 94, but
Right. And the problem with 94 is yes,
that's-
queen takes pawn check.
right.
So you have to preface 94 with get that queen out of there so he doesn't take this pawn with check.
This is not the answer I had,
Oh,
for the record. But you might be right.
what's wrong with my answer?
I thought it was bishop b7
Okay.
and then queen b6 check.
Wow. Oh, and then
Bishop-
bishop G7?
Well, Bishop.
Winning the
Okay.
queen.
Huh. Oh, his answer is different than
My
mine.
answer's pretty good though, you have to admit.
Bishop B7, F3.
I was looking at
queen
Bishop
check,
B7.
Bishop G7.
But I didn't think about trapping the coin.
Oh, My answer was bishop g7, queen d8, knight e4 resigns.
No, queen e7.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
see queen
Yeah,
e7.
queen- I saw that
So
one.
so if knight here, there's queen takes pawn check, Karen. And I thought it was bishop here, queen here, knight here.
Right.
But then I hung this pawn with check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Spencer's answer is right. So Spencer's
Spencer, I
doing
knew
some
everything.
rigmarole to protect d8. That way bishop g7 wins the queen. Otherwise queen d8. So Spencer's threatening mate.
I understand all the ideas.
Then he's going to check and defend d8. And never play f3, by the way. And then here.
Yeah, I didn't think to trap the queen, which seems
Let's
so
see.
obvious.
If I take with anything, this is hanging. So I have to take this.
Yeah.
2857.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that because I never look at moves like f3. So I can't.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys my answer at home so you can make fun of me. My answer was here, 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 because I didn't see queen takes pawn check. I was like, haha, gotcha, bitch. I should have said gotcha, bick, because bick is Latin for
Generosity.
generosity. You know how Spencer knew that?
You're probably quoting some cartoon.
South Park.
You're probably quoting some cartoon.
They'll be like, Karen didn't know what bick meant in Latin? What an idiot.
I was right.
Terrible. Doesn't
She
Karen
did
watch?
know we were quoting a cartoon.
That's right.
That's the one thing
Doesn't she watch every cartoon like them? Yeah.
Hey, Charlotte Chess Center, how's it going?
When Joel Benjamin first saw that, he was really impressed that a cartoon said "Bic is Latin for generosity." He's like, "What?
That's pretty impressive.
Man, look at that. We didn't get to level 2.
Really?
Yeah, you guys are the worst."
I thought we would for sure.
Nah, everybody's the worst.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're really close to 1,400 subs. I'm not sure how we're so close. We must have lost no subs in the last 24 hours. By the way, look at my coffee mug.
Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And then did you show the other side too?
Yeah. Let me show you the other
Because
side.
it says
Right.
two things.
Right, same thing. Yeah.
Oh, it says same thing?
I just don't understand the specialness of it.
Of the coffee
Well,
cup?
see
Yeah.
that's Snorlax.
All right.
And if you look at him closely, who does he remind you of?
I don't know. Oh.
Me.
He does like to sleep a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
Who's fatter, me or the Snorlax?
Snorlax isn't a real creature, so I don't know. I'll have to evaluate after the stream.
He's
I'll
more
get
of a monster.
line up some pictures.
Who'd win in a fight, me or Snorlax?
I know, Snorlax is pretty good.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he'd be sleeping all the time. Snorlax, totally. I don't want to be banned. Right? Yeah.
I'm sure it's Snorlax.
No,
I don't-
but seriously, this
I
is a
need to
serious
assess.
statement. Of all the Pokemon, doesn't Snorlax most resemble me? You don't know all the Pokemon, so you couldn't.
No.
No?
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
who Snorlax is, other than a name.
Could you roast me? I'm a vegan, so I can't roast people.
How come he wants to get roasted even though his name
This-
has the word ego in it?
That's right. By the way, Spence, Nate Shadow says Snorlax weighs 1,014 pounds according to Google.
I'll believe it.
So I guess that's more than me. This guy says Jigglypuff's older sibling. Maybe Slowpoke.
Wigglytuff.
Yeah.
Good old Wigglytuff.
All right, let's do another puzzle.
Yeah, I can roast you on Cameo,
talk
but it's
about
a
Pokemon
vegan
more?
roast.
No.
Come on.
I don't roast you because you're 950. That's not, I got
I'm
nothing to do with
busy. I
it.
got to do some chess.
What? But we're talking about Snorlax.
That's not going to help me at the Chicago Open.
It might.
What if it did though?
Mhm,
Right.
It's true. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, I solved this one. No, I got it wrong. It tricked me, you know.
And tricked you.
Really?
Yeah, it tricked me.
Well, I solved it. So, nah.
I believe you.
Nah.
Oh yeah. But did you see the one that I got wrong?
Oh, that's
The
right.
wrong answer I got? No, I didn't. The wrong answer has too many problems. But I solved the right answer, yeah. For real. Yeah.
Was your wrong answer Queen takes H2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was hard to guess
It had
that
too
wong
many
answer
wrong
because it has a lot of reasons why it's wrong.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
now. Don't be talking about it. I'm still looking.
No, we mean
We're talking about like the worst move.
All right.
I had to guess what horrible answer he had, and I did.
Yeah.
Did you hear Pat Beverly's dumb comments about CP3's performance on ESPN? I did.
Who's Pat Beverly?
He's a great defensive player in the NBA. He now plays for Minnesota Timberwolves. He's played for like 7 teams. He's pure defense.
What did he say? No good.
Since by the way, I've talked about this on stream before. The sports analysts, the talking heads, if you will, they just tell you what happened in the game. So like if Miami beats Boston, they're like, oh my God, Miami is going to win this series for sure. Boston played horrible. Then the next game, Boston wins. The series is over. Boston's going to... There's no analysis. They just tell you who won the last game, which I already saw.
I hate to agree with you, but every time I've watched sports analysis, it's much the same.
Yeah, it's
And
just...
even
there's
in chess, it's kind of like that too.
Yeah, they're like, oh, how could that happen?
Right.
Anyway, Beverly, after CP3 lost in Game 7 and played badly that series, he's like, CP3's no good. And
Yeah.
CP3's old and terrible and easy to beat him, so forth.
Easy to be.
And here's what's funny about all his comments.
Tell me what's funny about
10
it.
days before he was playing like an idiot,
Uh-huh.
he shot 14 for 14.
Right.
All right, so back
Yeah.
to the chess.
All right.
So I can't get anything to work.
Huh?
I can't get it to work. So I was trying to double up, and I'm giving up.
Well, you
long.
just gotta like give the most forcing moves every.
Right, so what's
I
the
looked at
most...
it. Well,
Right.
the most is the one you said was bad.
I have...
Right, so
I
you
have...
gotta prepare that
I
with
have
a-
I
with
have
another forcing.
a puzzle that I show a lot that has this idea in it. That's how I solved it so fast. So you go here.
I looked at
Now,
that.
let's say he takes with the knight, which he's not going to do. Then you play queen h1 check. The king goes to f2. Then you push the pawn g2, g1 queen, and you're up a queen.
Oh, okay.
So he has to take with a rook. If he plays king takes pawn, you take this rook, and you're up 2 exchanges. What else? Okay. Now you play the craziest move you've ever seen in your life. Then it's right. Find the craziest move on the board. That's the right move.
The craziest move.
What move would you never play? That's the answer.
F3.
What move would I never play?
But it's a forcing move. It just looks ridiculous. Like the most ridiculous forcing move.
Just go ahead. I don't know.
It's this.
Don't know the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Spencer already said that.
Now what do you do?
So I thought that.
No, but now what do you do?
Well, I wanted that on move 1.
I know, but you said you have to prep it and then do the moves.
Yeah.
Now what do
that's
you
true.
do?
I did that.
Let me see. If you take. Oh, okay. You have to promote to a knight.
Here?
No.
24-24. So there's a puzzle that I show a lot where you play queen takes pawn check, king takes queen, then you take a rook promoting to a knight and take the queen. It's the same.
Very
Okay.
similar
I show it a
stuff,
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I see that idea again.
You love this one?
Yeah, that was a cool puzzle.
Yeah, that was cool.
It had
problem
two
is
sacrifices and an under
The people in the chat wouldn't win this with black. Oh,
Hard to believe.
What's 24-24 is the rating?
it should be 25-25 like the song.
You're right.
In the year 25-25.
It's actually 25, 25, 25.
No, that's the Futurama joke.
Right. It's 25, 25,
No,
25.
no, but it's a real song.
Oh.
Yeah, they're making fun of the song
Oh,
in
I
the year
didn't- I didn't know
25-25.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I didn't know.
They just went further out because they're Futurama.
Right.
25-25 is
Well,
already
they
happened.
kept doing other ones too, like a million and a half.
Right.
in the
That's
year a
because they're
million
the year
and a half.
3000, so the song's
Right.
not funny.
Right. Well, who was the original then?
From the 60s.
Okay.
You got a phone.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I like your analogy, Zero Space Chess.
Man, there's bugs all over me. Nothing I can
We'll
do.
have to just push through.
Okay.
Only for a few days.
It's a 1969 hit song by the duo Zager and Evans.
Never even heard
Possibly Zager.
of that. Never even heard of that.
In parenthetical, after the name of the title, it says Exordium Interminus.
yeah, I saw
God
that.
damn.
You still have no idea how to checkmate with the knight and a bishop?
I don't worry about that. Worry about like not hanging.
Ooh,
your
Legacy. I
freaking-
wonder if they're going to talk about
You're
Futurama.
950. Right?
Yeah, here it is.
This is me roasting you.
In 2010,
Like you are.
2010, it was parodied in the year 25. In the 7th episode
Oh,
of
okay.
Futurama's 6th season, the late Philip J. Fry.
Hey, go
Great
ahead
song.
and
That was a
click
great
to the
joke.
next puzzle.
Yeah, next.
And you
puzzle,
guys can
next
keep
puzzle.
talking about Futurama.
But what about in the year 25?
Yeah, and you guys can
That's why it's not 24.
still be talking about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, is this game between these two players isn't very good? Frankly, this game's terrible.
I like black here.
Well, yeah, it's Black's turn. So
Right. What? Black did play poorly, though. Clearly, yeah.
yeah, I'm guessing Black played Bishop B4 check and White
For
played
no
King
reason,
E2,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Black played some move. And
Yeah. Agreed.
in the year 25.
What are you? Was this a real game or
It
something?
looks like a real game,
Oh, okay.
but
Oh, both sides made 4 moves.
looks like a
Or-
terrible real game.
Wait a second. Well, actually, this doesn't make sense because why is? Oh, well, White's made 5 moves. I can't count. That's why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
White's made 5 moves. Yeah. But counting to 5 is pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. Itchy. Come on, Sven. It's Bishop B4, not G4. Terrible. It's DD Mega Doodoo. Good handle. Yeah, I need some cold Perrier, but it's too far. This warm Perrier. Still was good.
Did you guys solve it already?
Mhm.
All right, so I mean, it seems like Bishop A6.
Yeah.
Right.
Obvious move.
Frankly,
Hey, did you shave recently or always look like
I
that?
did shave recently.
Like how recently?
I don't know, like last few days ago.
Oh, okay.
3 or 4 days.
I probably haven't seen you since, right?
Perhaps. Not.
Yeah, that's why you look like here. I'm like, hey, who's that? That doesn't look like you.
Who's that guy in the background there?
C4 is explosive.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
wow,
then-
it's more explosive than I thought.
You should say explosive.
So then you
but-
just take it.
What did I say?
The
Explosive.
bishop.
like with an F, but it's with a V.
Yeah, I know. I say explosive.
I don't know. You kind of say it with like with an F sound. You can replay the tape.
I
You'll
never
see.
noticed. Or was that just the
I
one
know
time?
I know it's
Usually,
VE.
yeah,
I know how to,
usually.
I know how
Oh.
to spell it. Yeah.
All right, so you just take the
Yeah.
pawn?
This
No.
Excellent.
I don't like when you don't say the moves. I
Bishop
punish you.
C4.
Right. I do that with my students too, though.
Damn.
And then king
They pay me
E3.
for it.
And then
Wait,
knight
first of all,
G4.
two bishops what else? First of all.
Yeah, knight G4.
That does look good.
Then here I wasn't exactly sure. Let me see.
I kind of agree at it. Yeah, I felt like I'd win.
I was
here.
exactly sure.
Okay.
Everybody says I pronounce it wrong.
Go there.
I knew I was right for once.
Pawn.
David Bertans is your favorite player. Davis Bertans is your favorite player. Okay, this is your problem. Davis Bertans is nobody's favorite player, even like his mom. He's underutilized. Not underutilized. He's not that good.
I don't know who that is. But
He's like your guy, but not as good.
who's my guy?
Your guy in the Celtics.
Oh yeah.
He's a worse version of your
Pritchard.
guy. Right, he's like Pritchard. He shoots
Go
threes.
Pritchard.
He shoots threes. He's a reserve. They put him in later. You
Yeah,
know, and
I
he
like that
can't,
kind of guy.
can't defend. You know,
Well, I'm
he's-
pretty sure it's all right at defending.
No,
I saw
no.
him defend once or twice.
Nah, come on.
I saw him defend once
No.
or twice.
No, he's like
So I
Pritchard.
guess
He's
queen F6. and this
close.
one- Okay, I don't know.
Hey,
I know
take,
because
take this.
Yeah.
You fork the queen and the rook.
Oh,
And then when you
that's
play
pretty
queen
good, yeah.
f6, your knight's not hanging. So you
Right.
attack the queen, he moves the queen, then queen f6. Then if he plays king here, which is the only legal move, then knight takes rook. Or they
Check.
could play king e3.
Yeah.
well, I thought that there was a mate that I couldn't find it.
Right.
but
right.
because it was starting to get too many moves.
Also, it's funny if your move's right and mine's wrong.
because he gets kind of over in the corner.
I
and
like
he's,
knight f2 the most.
I thought after
That's
queen here he
close,
would
yeah.
take. I didn't see what
Yeah,
to
he
do.
would
Right,
take.
because he
All my
hides on h3.
all my pieces.
Well, then
are-
you would go h5.
And king h3. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
you don't have enough firepower.
That's what I was thinking. I couldn't get it to work.
Yeah.
All done. 28-46. That's how hard that.
Darn.
Yeah, that wasn't easy. That wasn't
I
obvious.
just, I thought
The
that,
chat didn't say nothing about it.
yeah.
Yeah, Poole's really good. Poole's underrated, but not anymore because everybody knows how good he is. Yeah, I was watching the game. Marcus, a lot of injuries. There's a lot of injuries. Man, what's his name is annoying. PJ Tucker? He's annoying.
What do you mean?
If you're on the offense and he's on the defense, he's annoying.
Oh, he's
Most
good
people
defender.
aren't very annoying. He's annoying.
I know. I wasn't looking for a fork, J. Will. Thank you. I was just, I kept thinking there's got to be a mate here, and there wasn't.
I mean, all you gotta do is win.
Well, not if there's a mate. If there's a mate, you're going to get the puzzle wrong if you go off chasing a fork.
Somebody
So
all
I thought there
caps.
was a
There
mate.
wouldn't be that situation wouldn't occur.
Somebody did all caps Karen with exclams and Mubot deleted immediately.
What do you mean it wouldn't occur? Like,
There's not gonna be a puzzle where one move is like mate in a few moves and the other one wins a lot of material like this stuff like. Through the
well,
whole
I've
run.
definitely had puzzles where they mislead you with forking and getting material.
But that's because you're already down material to start. Here it's equal material, so you're gonna be up a ton of material at the end. That's the point.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to pay attention. I can't speak. I can't corroborate
but
that
I
I'm up or
promise
down
you-
material,
I
but I've
promise you
seen
that
that
that's not
scenario.
the
But
case.
maybe you're
Everybody
right. and I'm
hates
already
Jokic
covered.
but me.
It
I think
shouldn't
Jokic
be
is the
at least.
best.
Okay,
It shouldn't
okay.
be. I mean, there could be somewhat faulty puzzles, but generally.
Exceptional. Okay,
Yeah, it's
maybe you're
hot.
right about that. It is
It's
warm
too
down here,
hot.
but I feel
No, I'm always
mostly
hot.
good.
I had some
feel alright.
coffee, that's why.
The coffee did warm me.
See
up.
how I'm laying like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I got bugs all over me. I'm hot.
There are. Oh, I was about to say there aren't that many, and then one went right by.
Hey, we need 5 subs.
What did you say? What did you say about us?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do another.
Those are some
puzzle.
nasty roaches, Spence.
I gotta
Right,
do some
right.
puzzles.
I cut you up so bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Just a
No,
moment.
it's the same puzzle.
That's
The
why
first
I'm
one.
telling you it's funny.
That's
That's the puzzle that where
Yeah, the first one.
I
Oh,
messed
the very
up.
first one.
Yeah,
Let's see
yeah.
if I can remember. I probably can't.
You said that.
I did say that.
Then you said this.
Oh, this is. Oh, yeah, but then we didn't get to finish. But you told me the answer.
Yep.
So darn. I think it was. I know Rook E8 comes
Yep,
in.
yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
To cover E7. that's-
Yeah, that way you can't play
Right.
Rookie 7.
Right.
Then what? Oh, sorry.
So then the idea is to trap him.
Mm-hmm. Just think of the Sound of Music. Did you get that, Spencer?
I don't know about musicals or whatever.
Oh, that's
Well, I don't know which square. We
I'll bet
trap-
you Karen got it.
You can trap him on this side with King G6, but then he's gonna take. He's gonna. Oh no, he can't go there. Oh, that's the whole idea. Okay,
Right.
King G6.
Did you get my Sound of Music joke?
No, I'm looking at the puzzle.
No, but the Sound of Music. You have to Von Trapp him.
Oh, okay.
Ben's voice
Also-
is the sound of music.
Also, I've never seen the Sound of Music, but I still make jokes with reference to the movie.
Whoa, Goblin is here. Thank you for 100 bits.
They make fun of the Sound of Music on Family Guy. They've done it more than once.
Yeah,
You've never seen Sound of Music?
No, but I still
Wow.
can make lots of jokes about it.
I love Sound of Music.
I will
And you
not
still didn't get the
play
Van Trapp
Chicago
thing.
Opera.
Come on, or Von Trapp.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Isn't that chick flick?
I just like musicals.
Those are chick flicks. So you like Oklahoma then? Because that movie.
I
was,
haven't seen that.
I've seen Oklahoma more than once. You know
I sang
why?
a song from Oklahoma
'Cause it was
for
okay.
my choir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Oklahoma?
No.
Okay.
It was like, in love with
Hey, Goblin is here.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Is that the
Wind
one where you
comes
have to wash
sweeping
that
down the
man right out
range,
of my hair? Or
plains or
that's
something?
the other one.
I
I'm not
forgot.
real big
That's
on
another-
show tunes.
All right, now what happened?
Yeah, I didn't like it. That was
My
one of
mom, my
I do
mom
like
loves,
musicals
my mom
that-
loves Showboat,
I like musicals,
especially
but
the good one.
I tend to like the more modern ones, like Fiddler on the
thank you,
Roof.
yeah.
Now what do you do?
Oh, okay. Let's
And
see.
here's Conway Twitty.
Uh,
I got a question for Karen when she's
so
done.
I guess Rook E4, and you just take their Rook.
All right, who's
King to
worse?
H5.
And I'm afraid you're going to say you like them both.
Uh-oh.
Okay, who's worse? Pretend you didn't like them, and then who'd be worse? Conway Twitty or Lawrence Welk?
Who's worse?
Yeah.
Lawrence Welk.
Do you like either one of them?
I don't. I know more of Lawrence Welk's. I used to watch the Lawrence
And you
Welk
and you don't want to
show.
watch it anymore.
No, I grew up watching that.
Have you seen Lawrence Welk?
I never even heard of Lawrence.
Conway Twitty's
He had a
pretty
show
good.
on in the 50s and
I thought it was
60s.
gonna be
Conway
Lawrence.
Twitty's all right.
No, and it Spence.
I like Conway.
Except tell him how bad Lawrence Welk is.
It's just from a different era. It's real boring.
Yeah, imagine somebody was singing,
Orchestrated.
but much more boring than Conway Twitty.
It's like music.
No, I'm serious.
Music with an orchestra,
That
real
sounds bad.
orchestra.
Yeah, he's like,
Sounds really bad, yeah.
and then there's like 90-year-old people playing music.
Right.
Back me up. They're all 90, all of them.
That's what I said.
I don't-
Music with an orchestra.
I don't know how they do it. The orchestra's all 90.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they're all
True.
dressed like you would dress up in the 50s, so it's really weird looking.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Lawrence Welk goes. Everybody's like, "Yeah, that's great."
Trying to Learn says that it had a good run, though. It was
That's
Yeah.
right. It was on forever.
Definitely.
Conway or Kanye.
Seemed like
That's
forever.
a good one. Yeah.
Conway or Kanye.
What if
Ladies-
Conway Twitty went by Way? Like how Kanye goes by Yeah.
Yeah, yay. Just call me Way. Yeah.
That'd be good.
I mean,
He
Kanye.
said white people music, lots of accordions and cowboys.
Right.
Yeah. Now you can't. They still have it on public television. Sometimes they show the shows from the 60s.
Wow. Well, that's
No, but
like
this is-
pretty cool
this
for
is a true story.
historical Way, you know?
Yeah.
Before the next pause, like I tell you a story.
All right.
We're playing bridge, and it was a day where they had two bridge games. They had one at like 11 a.m. and one at like 7 p.m. So when it was done, I was talking to this incredibly old woman because that's who plays bridge. And I said, "Oh, are you playing in tonight's game?" And she said, "No, I have to go home and watch Lawrence Welk." And when she said that, I just thought she was crazy. Like she's a crazy old lady, right?
Right.
She thinks it's 1960. And then I saw on TV that it was on. And I was like, "Oh, she's actually watching. She has to go home and watch Lawrence Welk. I can't play
That
bridge."
is also crazy, though.
Yeah, we watched that growing up, and you know what other show?
Tell me what other show.
What's the show where everybody's a bumpkin?
Hee Haw.
That's it.
We watched Hee Haw.
yeah.
Have you ever seen Hee Haw?
No, but it was referenced, and then I told
Yeah.
Karen about it in a cartoon show.
Right.
Remember the song? Where?
What was it?
Where?
Well,
are you
Lurleen
tonight?
Lumpkin, that episode of The Simpsons.
No,
They talk
no,
about
that's not,
Hee-Haw.
that's not what I was. Well, maybe, yeah. But
Why did you leave?
Here's Roy. You bid her? Yep, bid him too. All right, ready?
The show. Okay, back to
51
puzzles. Let's
to
do puzzles.
81.
We're got off track here.
yeah, come on.
You talking about on Family Guy?
Maybe it was.
Oh, yeah,
It
Family
might have
Guy.
been.
Black to Move. Yeah, I watched a lot of Hee Haw.
Always bet on black to move.
They had great guest stars. They had like Johnny Cash,
That's a good guess.
What about Johnny Trash?
a bunch
That
of
was on
stars.
Sesame Street.
from
Yeah, I
the-
got it.
Was that on Sesame Street? Also,
Johnny
I've
Trash,
also
yeah.
solved it.
Yeah, Oscar the Grouch called him Johnny Trash.
That makes sense.
Where
Can't make that up.
are you tonight?
I confuse both Hee Haw and the Lawrence Welk Show. No, you don't. Nobody does. Come on, we need 5 more subs to get to 1,400. Boo, boo.
Here all alone.
Yeah, you can't even imagine how bad Lawrence Welk is. You could watch a whole half-hour show and be like, I can't even believe this is a show. Like, you'd be shocked.
I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, but is it safe to say that almost everybody on the show is white? Or
Everybody on the show's white, the audience and the people performing,
Right.
and everybody performing's 90.
Yeah.
And everything's real in slow motion. It's like, and I'm like, what's happening? Why
Is that how it
why
is?
are people watching this? And the orchestra's all 90.
So it seems like you just have to. Rook takes D2.
That's the
Correct.
only move that makes any sense.
And then I was
anyway.
right. So now let me look a little
If you're
further.
trying to
There.
win,
That's what I'm saying. And then he goes over there.
it's
Okay.
impossible to do anything else.
So
Get out of here.
let me just take a moment because it seems like I should go there, but I don't want to be hasty. I mean, King F5.
That's got to be right. Then King E3.
What'd you say?
King F5.
King F5.
King F5, good enough.
And then now here's let me take a peek.
Okay. She said peek and I took a poke. Or wait,
Right.
she poked me, I took a peek.
Because I remember.
Do you remember who
having
the girl
some
was?
before. We just
I
had
don't
this
even know what you're
recently.
talking about.
On Seinfeld.
There.
I don't know a lot about Seinfeld.
Oh, in Seinfeld, they're over Bob Balaban's house trying to get their show done, and then his daughter walks in, and she has cleavage. So, what's her name? Seinfeld, like, does this, and George looks, and George is just staring at it, and his dad walks in.
Right.
So then there's the whole show's about that.
Yeah.
And the woman who played you poked me, so I took a peek, and
Yeah.
instead of staring is what's her name? Who's the fitness woman? Deborah.
I don't know. I'm trying to do.
Debbie. Who's the woman on Seinfeld? She's supposed to be 15, but she's not.
I don't know. All right, King G4.
She's famous, but I forgot her name.
I remember that this is an opposition
Deborah
problem. Let me
or
just
Debbie something.
Look for a second.
Come on, somebody
got-
tell me her
we had
name in the
this on the
chat.
stream.
Deborah or
See
Debbie.
if I go there. and
Starts with a
I
D.
take-
Double D.
I think I take there. Yeah. Okay, so I think it's H4.
Yeah.
That's right.
We had this recently, but I got it wrong because I didn't understand the opposition. I think it's King takes F4.
Definitely. Right.
So you get opposition.
Yep.
What
Well,
I
you
s-
can't let him protect the F pawn. If King H4, he can protect his F pawn.
Right, that's right. Yeah,
Denise
yeah.
Richards,
I didn't
thank
think
you.
about
It was Denise Richards. Yeah, that's who it was.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, that's
Get
a
it-
good. That's a good try here.
Get a good
H5.
look, Costanza.
I can't stanza yet.
Oh yeah, because he wants to make it.
Like,
a
why
red
were you
pawn.
staring? He says, you poked me. He says, hey, take a peek.
So probably King.
You don't stare.
King G5.
Right.
Yeah, he's trying to get.
If you play King G4, why is that wrong?
They get opposition.
No,
then,
no,
But, oh,
No,
okay.
there's a specific reason why it's wrong.
Oh yeah, because then they're trying to get you to be a rook pawn.
Right,
So
they
they'll
play
go
here.
H6,
Yeah.
and then you take it,
Yeah.
and then it's going to.
So now you know what to do when the engine plays H6.
Well, I already said that a while
Oh,
ago.
well,
but you
okay,
weren't
wait,
listening. Yeah.
That was silly.
Yeah,
That
nice.
was good. You got take, king up, H4, king F4.
Yep. That's the key.
Yeah, now
point,
they're going
is
to take
King
back what
F4.
they said on YouTube. They're going to delete their own comment.
Well, I know I've experienced,
Yeah.
you know, the whole situation with rook pawn in games.
Do you remember the Seinfeld with Denise Richards? She plays Bob Balaban's daughter. It's you gave me a poke, so I took a peek at her cleavage. She's supposed to be 15.
I don't know.
Ugh.
I don't. Really.
Anyway, because of that, he doesn't do their show because he was looking at his daughter's cleavage. Then they get Elaine involved, and he stares at Elaine's cleavage. She purposely has cleavage.
Okay.
That way, he gives them their show back because he realizes that's not so bad. That was the whole plot. Yeah, that was crazy. That's the one where the woman didn't want people talking about her shoes.
I don't remember.
He's like,
that.
don't talk about my shoes. And her shoes were really expensive, so you shouldn't talk about them. And she didn't like that.
That's
Yeah.
incorrect.
What?
Women love talking about their expensive shoes.
Yay, farty party. Coming
Right, but in
with
the- but in
tier
the
one
show-
sub.
Yeah. In the
Thank
show,
you.
sure.
Yeah, what happened is
Party,
Elaine
party.
had expensive shoes, and the woman who ran the restaurant where Bob Balaban's always eating, she wanted Elaine's shoes. So Elaine had to give her the shoes so they would set up the cleavage thing. Then he fell in love with Elaine. Then he joined Greenpeace because he wanted to do something good.
Hey, Thunderstruck, welcome to the stream. We're from all different places.
Wait, I'm trying to.
Michigan, Alabama, Georgia.
Thanks, Farty
Belgium.
Party. So we're in Roswell, Georgia right now, which is a northern suburb of Atlanta. Karen was born in Atlanta, but Atlanta. Karen was born in Alabama. I confused Atlanta and Alabama. In Montgomery, grew up in Dothan. She's also lived in Georgia,
They're getting our full
Pennsylvania,
Right.
Pennsylvania,
Boston.
Boston, etc. And
Right, so
she
that-
went to University of Alabama for 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
We are doing puzzles with some chatting sprinkled in.
You went to University of Alabama probably longer than Spencer went to Michigan State.
Yep.
Oh, you're in Doraville? Country in the city?
Spencer was born in Belgium.
That's true.
I bet you guys didn't get that reference, did you?
Probably
Who
not.
said what? What did we get?
Doraville, country in the city.
Never heard of it.
Nobody
Atlanta
got that.
Rhythm section was.
Oh yeah, I know that group. It's Happy Stewart N. He's
Ain't
from
much
he's
but
from
his
the
home.
UK. He's also from the UK. I was married into UK to my first wife.
Hey,
so there you
Rebecca
go.
Brad.
Hey, your mom, who's my first
see ya.
wife,
Yeah.
If you go to Wikipedia, it's pretty good, pretty informative.
Hers?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
should
know
be
that.
like, this woman is somebody.
Hey,
Instead, it's
Joe.
like there's
She married
different.
famous people.
No, but it's like different. They talk about her accomplishments. I was like, what?
She's got some accomplishments.
WIM. Yeah.
Hey, happy Stewart in.
Said she was one of the best players in the U.S. for women, which unfortunately was
Brothers
true
Home,
at that
that's
point.
right.
Yeah, that's the truth hurts.
All right, let's do another puzzle.
I got to tell you a funny story about Abby Marshall.
Oh, come on.
There was a U.S. Women's Championship about 12 years ago. Abby Marshall was the only American. There was no other American. I mean, born.
I don't know who Abby Marshall is.
Doesn't matter. Exactly. She was the only American woman born in America. The
Yeah.
other ones were all born in other countries. And she was 2,200, which 20 years prior would have been the highest rated woman in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
She was the lowest rated woman in the tournament, and she got half a point out of 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, the truth hurts. So if you're born in America, give up. Terrible.
Well, good luck.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Well, I was born in America, and I gave up.
I almost got that one, but I did miss one move there. But I
Yeah,
understood
you got all the moves right.
the
though.
important.
I think Abby Marshall got the last laugh. She got a PhD in complicated stuff.
Yeah, Abby's the best.
Black to
She's
move.
awesome.
Whose turn is it?
I solved it.
Wow.
But you didn't tell me whose turn it was.
Right. Well, I solved it before I knew that.
Check. Oh, wait, I see some. I think I solved it, but maybe not.
No.
Let's see. Oh, no. Never mind. Well, oh, no.
I couldn't be more sure that I'm right.
Could be.
Right. I guess I could be. But I'm not. I'm 1,000,000% short.
I'm sure that Spencer's sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah,
Didn't
that's too hard
expect
for
that
me.
one. It's almost like a puzzle we had earlier, kind of.
So let me tell you why. Here's my problem with doing puzzles. Is you gawking rabble, you think that the three of us are good at puzzles, but I know a puzzle that takes us a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes to solve, the top 10 players in the world would solve in 1 second.
Right.
So then when I see the answer finally after Spencer saw it, I'm like, man, if I was good, I could see that in 1 second, but I can't see anything. Ah. Like if Magnus was here, he would scoff. Ow.
Right. He would scoff.
He would say, like, this is a puzzle?
Yeah.
What's the rating on this? 1,200? Ha
Oh,
ha ha,
snap.
I scoff. Yeah. Etc. This is a pretty cool position. Looks like it could come from a real game. It's like both players overextended. One of the moves in your answer is illegal, Nate Shadow, but you're still right.
Right. Oh, he almost had it.
By stopping earlier, you wouldn't put that illegal move in.
Right. He could have easily stopped earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Well, that's
yeah.
Killington.
And then maybe Rook F2.
What's the rating on this? We won't know until we solve
Okay,
it.
so check.
This one's going to be 2388.
Check.
You go over or under, Spence?
If he takes with
I'll
the
say
king,
over.
Okay.
which is possible as well.
We're going to be on Chess TV in 6 minutes. Then we'll have more viewers. Also, boo to the viewers we have. Boo.
Well, I don't know. I have some ideas. Let me just try. All right. All right. Knight. G3.
Then King H2 is the only legal move.
Right. Then Rook takes H3.
Then King takes H3.
Okay. Oh, that was not the one I looked at.
Well, Pawn takes Rook F2 checks winning. That's what you were going to
That's,
say.
she
Yeah.
said it too.
I said it.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's
King
fine.
takes.
I
I
knew
didn't,
you
I didn't
might
want you
have
to play Rook
variation.
F2.
So- All right. Well, let me see then. The king takes.
Well, this is even not correct.
It's not
actually.
correct.
King takes refutes this. Yeah.
Right. But I want to let her keep thinking about it. Yeah, knight g3 checks the wrong answer.
Right.
That's why it
That's
doesn't
why I
doesn't
thought it was higher
it
rated.
doesn't work
'Cause
because
it
of
looks
king
good.
takes h3. Yeah,
Right.
knight g3 looks good.
Okay. Well, go ahead with the right.
You have
answer.
to preface knight g3 with the craziest move you've ever seen,
All right.
giving your rook away. Then when you
Okay.
play knight g3, it's better.
Yeah. Because then you go to fork down.
Because that diagonal's open. you
No,
mean?
because you're gonna play knight f1 check, winning the queen.
Knight of.
Yeah, so you go here, then you
Okay.
play the Karen move, and then you go here, winning the queen.
Oh.
27-10. You were right, Spence.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
way higher
Most
than I
people
thought.
play knight g3, knight f1
Yeah.
immediately, or knight g3, rook h3. They're two trick answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Did a lot of people get it right?
I did solve that in the first 5 seconds, yes. Well, it took me like 10 seconds. Come on.
Who do you guys have winning the finals? The finals of what? What does he mean?
Yeah, he solved it immediately.
It was sort of like an easier version of the one where we under promoted to a knight, and forked him at the end, which we solved earlier today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ready?
Yeah, that one was a little tough for me.
Is it tough enough?
Well, this doesn't seem too tough. So therefore, I'm wrong. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. Pretty sure not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think I solved it too. That move's almost legal. What does that say? Gauge Welch? I can't read it. It's too dark.
Come on, people. We need 5 subs to get to 1,400. Who's going to bite the bullet? Frankly, delicious. I don't understand happy.
Raid.
Thanks to the Chess Nerd Live
Chess
for the
Nerd
raid.
Live.
Somebody give him a shout out. I don't understand Happy Stewart N's answer.
Right.
What? I mean, I can't even make his answer make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when it's the wrong answer, like, I know what they mean.
Yes. Yeah.
Here, I don't know what he means.
Who
makes
rated?
any
Who
sense.
rated?
The Chess Nerd Live.
Yay. So I don't know. I couldn't.
Could somebody give him a shout out,
Knight
please?
H3?
Come on, trying to learn. What are you
H3.
doing?
Yeah.
Bishop takes.
I don't even see the bishop.
Alright.
What?
I still might like it though.
Man, tip him 1. I don't know, man. Your answer makes less sense, and I understand what the moves
I
are.
think I knew what the guy meant. I think he wanted rook g2
Queen
and then king
takes.
h1, rook f2. I don't know. Because I was trying to read that word.
Yeah, good luck.
That still didn't make
Uh,
sense.
that doesn't do anything. I don't know. Go ahead with
Well,
it.
All right,
you
you have
want
to-
to play knight h3, but remove the
Right,
defender.
and you have to follow one of my rules. Always do
Also.
what?
Uh,
Always sack the exchange. Yeah, you want to play knight h3, but this bishop's annoying.
Right.
So you have to get rid of the bishop.
Yeah, get out of
Then
here.
knight h3 is
Okay.
incredibly winning.
Yep.
Now you take with the
Yeah.
rook or the queen. Good luck.
Well, yeah, Arbreaker Rack, that is what happened, but then now the bishop's gone from defending h3, so now we're going to win a queen somehow.
I'll make sure there's no mate or anything. But, you take with the queen.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Take with the rook, they take your rook.
Right.
Now they take nothing.
Right, good day, sir.
25-48.
Yeah, nice.
Check, please.
Yeah, man, that was tough.
No,
for
rook
me.
takes, pawn takes, material's even.
Yeah, you're not up material then, if
Mm-hmm.
you take with the rook. You have to be up material.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Thanks, Matthew Madical.
Yay.
You think that's Matt Larson?
Maybe it's my nephew.
Really?
No.
Oh.
There are probably a lot of Matthews.
but he's the best. Matt Larson, his goal in life is nobody in the world on earth is better than him at chess and math, both. Mm-hmm. And it looks, but probably there's like 2 or 3 people that are better than him at chess and math.
Yeah.
John
Well,
Nunn,
yeah,
John
that's what I
Nunn,
was thinking, yeah.
and the Aaron Pixton. I mean, his peak was better than.
Right,
Matt
but
at
that's
chess.
okay. If he's right now better, that's fine. That counts.
I don't know if he's better now. That's
Okay.
it, because Aaron Pixton was
Well, anyways,
GM
he still
strength.
has to wait for None to die. There's
Right.
nothing you can do. Alex.
Yeah.
has
He
to
was
wait
like,
for
I
Nunn
don't
to
know
die.
if Nunn's still good at math, and I was like, dude, he was like teaching
PhD
math at
was
Oxford.
14.
Yeah, like what are you talking about? No, he's
think
better
he's
at
still
math,
pretty
and you
good at
see his
math.
glasses. Jesus Christ.
But I don't know. I mean, Matt.
But anyway,
Larson's probably
Matt
pretty
Larson is top 5 in the world in chess and math, like that, son. As far as people being better than him at one of them. There's people who are better at chess and people better at math, but not both. Etc.
I do another puzzle. Yeah, I don't know how you
Aaron
measure.
Pixton. On Aaron Pixton's Wikipedia, it says he also played chess, and he was the U.S. junior champion twice. But they were like, yeah, okay, he's ridiculous. And math, he's good. Chess, we're just kidding.
I think you just measure. Obviously, it's somewhat subjective, but you're just looking at their accomplishments in math.
The best at chess and math and piano all put together is easily one person. Easy. And I would say chess and math, chess and piano also. But chess, math, and piano, there's one person. You know who it is? One person on earth who's the best.
Are they still alive?
Yes.
I don't know.
I emailed him about a year ago.
He's at Harvard. I forgot. His
Noam
name.
Elkies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Noam Elkies is a fantastic piano player. He does recitals. He teaches piano. And he's the best mathematician in the world, and he was like 2350 at chess. Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, if you call Noam Elkies the best mathematician in the world, it's not really that wrong. It's pretty close
good
to
at math.
pretty close to right. Yeah, go to the internet and look up Noam Elkies, then you'll be like, oh. And nobody on earth has thicker glasses than Noam Elkies. Nobody. If you wanted a nerd in a movie, he's got the glasses for you.
Hey Raj, how's it going? You want to know who's best at chess and poker?
Chess and poker? I mean, I was thinking Grishuk, but it's probably not Grishuk.
He's pretty good at poker. Though.
He is. He's a good poker player, and he's world class at top 10 in chess. Usually when you're top 10, 20, 30 in the world in poker, you're not good at chess, and vice versa.
Hey, Raj B. How's it going?
Oh, let's do another puzzle.
Jen
Def-
Shahadi, probably.
Definitely not Botez. No, Grishuk would be better than Jen Shahadi. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably Grishuk.
Good old Grishuk.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, Magnus.
You know, there's a
Poker
good
player.
poker player named Magnus Carlsen, but a
Right.
different name. Like a
Oh,
different one.
really?
Yeah, yeah. So, Magnus Carlsen.
Magnus Carlsen did well in this poker tournament in wherever it was, Denmark or Norway.
You mean the chess one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did well.
Good old Magnus
It was like
Carlsen.
1,000 players, and he came in the top 20.
Yeah.
All right, now what am I doing? Black to play, black to move, etc.
2 bishops.
What else?
I solved it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it the
solved
same
it.
time you did.
Yeah, I see the ideas and everything.
And
All the
everything.
details. Get these details out here.
And everything.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
I think I'm probably not getting it. I have an answer, but
Tell me what you
it
want to do.
seems simplistic.
Yeah.
No,
Let me just double
Melky's-
check it a minute. Let's see.
Okay.
Take there. And
Right. No, Melky's isn't like a great piano player that would tour and you'd heard of him. Right. But he's one of the top mathematicians on earth. He was about 2350 at chess, and he can do concert pianist if he wants to. But yeah, piano's definitely his worst. Although I don't know, maybe piano and chess he's about the same now that I
wait,
think of it.
I see something I didn't
Yeah.
see.
He wasn't a GM, but he's a great, by the way, he's a great problem composer. No, Melky's has fantastic chess puzzles. 1,300 viewers, High Chess TV. Yeah, it's hard to beat none for math and chess. That's tough. Also, all those British guys are good at math and chess, like Mestel.
Yeah.
Also, same as none, but not as good at chess. But Mestel's probably better at math
Well, you
and
know,
chess.
back in the day, people wouldn't just be good at chess.
Right, and
They would
Spielman
be
was good too.
doctors and such, and engineers.
Spielman and Mestel were good at
know.
math. I don't think Spielman's better than Matt Larson, but I think Mestel is.
I mean, wasn't Lasker some kind of doctor or something?
Yeah, he was a great mathematician too.
And Botvinnik
Him
too?
and Einstein were like that,
Right,
son,
yeah.
because he's my son.
All right. All right, but you said you had an idea, Karen. Then you...
Um.
Okay,
Go Vegas.
Well, yeah, I was still looking at bishop takes on G2.
All right,
Correct.
so what's White gonna do after that?
Knight F7.
Correct.
Totally. So that's the question. is
So
how to
then,
handle this.
Everything you said was correct.
so I was just looking at the different ideas here and trying to see what makes sense. No, to do about that other fort. Let me see.
All right, they got a lot of threats.
Right. So let me just.
Yeah, if you guys aren't busy, look up No Melky's and then look up Aaron Pixton.
It seems like you'd have to rook D1.
Aaron Pixton was better at chess.
No.
I didn't think it was.
It's not clear who's better at math, but I think it's No Melky's.
But
Maybe it is clear.
Actually, I
Maybe.
don't know. It might be.
Yeah, I guess it is clear.
I thought it was. Well, okay. Anyways, let's say that you play Rook D1 and they take.
Oh,
that.
I got another idea too.
Okay. What is it? That's what I was gonna ask. Like, what's the other idea?
So if I. Yeah. So if I took bishop takes F4 maybe,
Uh huh.
Right.
and then if king takes, which I don't,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
then I would go ahead and
You have to tell me which one.
Right.
rook takes D1.
No.
No?
No, because you could play Rook takes D1, then do that.
All right. What's the difference?
Right. The reason that doesn't work is after King takes Rook here, they have King G3 attacking your biship, and I'm pinning their knight.
Oh, okay. So I can't really.
But
Right,
What
so
if
you
I
have to-
use the other
So you have to do this,
Right.
and then you have to pin the knight now.
Yeah.
And the reason
Oh.
is
you can
when
use
they
the
play
other
King
rook.
G3, you can play Rook
Check,
G8
yeah,
check,
exactly.
defending your bishop.
Never
I
trade on
see.
D1.
So that tells you which rook to move to F8.
Basically, you can use
Yeah,
both
rook
your
D.
rooks.
Right.
They can't use both their rooks.
I
The rook
got
on
it.
A1 should
Okay,
stop there.
I didn't have it.
So
I had
never
some of the
trade.
ideas, but I
No,
couldn't.
that's hard because you have so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
things you can do.
I couldn't figure it out.
And have King G3, Rook here check, and you take the
Darn.
knight.
Did you guys get it? That's pretty cool.
Also-
They almost got it, but a lot of people wanted to trade on D1.
Also, this
Yeah.
is
but not
important,
everyone,
Karen.
you know.
I'm sorry.
If
What?
King F2, then you can
Right.
trade rooks,
Yeah, yeah.
and then play Rook F8. Then you're up a piece because you're
Yeah.
already up a piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that's
they
the
they
key
didn't
point,
they
yeah.
didn't do that.
Okay.
2579.
You did the same as me, Bonarici. Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
tricked us. I thought it was an interesting puzzle, though.
Yeah.
Fair.
What was it again? The rating, I mean?
2579.
Yeah,
In
pretty
the
solid
year
rating.
2579. Okay, ready?
Yeah. I might have to go up and get a new coffee. This one got old. I don't want any more.
I don't want any more. No more. no mo. Garcia Parra, no mo,
I don't
no mo.
care anymore.
Okay, I got it. The best singer and chess player is probably Emil Satovsky.
Oh, I didn't know he was a singer.
Yeah, and before him, it was Portish, but Portish.
You forgot about somebody pretty good at both.
Did I? But Portish and Smyslov?
Smyslov, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not alive.
He said before.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he was
Portish.
around for Portish.
Right, Portish and Smyslov were both good, and Emil Satovsky.
I feel like Wesley So sings gospel music well.
Oh.
That might be right. Dang, I didn't solve it yet.
I'm
My
still
son,
looking.
my son.
Yeah, what's going on here? Come on.
Theoretically, I'm better than you, so I should solve it first. It just practically it doesn't happen, but theoretically.
Not always.
Best physicist chess player is probably Lasker, when he was alive.
Yeah,
Now it's not
good old
Lasker.
Lasker.
Not alive anymore.
300
Jeez.
bits
Hooray!
from Armhairgeddon.
Darn.
Yeah, they were
Bugs.
getting at me too.
It's really annoying.
All right.
I don't know. I have one idea. That doesn't seem like it could be it.
What's your idea?
I was looking at bishop takes g2,
Okay, then king takes.
and then queen b7, b7,
Then the king moves somewhere.
and then where would he move?
G1.
Wherever you want to move.
G1.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like G1. 'Cause I was looking at that too. I thought he'd go King G1.
Yeah, that won't quite work. If I check with the knight.
You mean right now?
No,
Yeah, she means
Oh,
after
that
bishop
then.
g2, queen b7.
starting to lose some pieces.
Right, you could check on F3 with the knight, but I'm okay with that.
Bishop g2 is not a terrible move. You just can win immediately. So, like, your move probably black's better. After the correct
Right.
line, white resigns.
Okay, well let me look further. Did you solve it
No,
already?
I didn't solve
Oh well,
it.
we'll keep looking. So I just don't like to hold the stream up. But if there's
Yeah.
two of us holding the
Spencer
stream
will be
up,
mad he didn't solve it.
Yeah, it seems
He's
like
out-
I should.
No, because I
solve
know, you know.
It. It looks solvable, you know.
yeah.
It feels solvable.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you just don't see it, you know. What can you say?
Einstein was not pretty good at chess. Well, she spelled Einstein wrong.
He was okay. I mean, it's better than, you know, some other, like, lay people. You know, it's better
That's
than the
it.
average lay person.
Maybe.
I heard he played a little. Chess. He even has quotes about chess, too.
Who's the best actor chess player of all time? It's easy.
Humphrey?
Yeah.
Good old Humphrey.
Good old Humphrey.
Not a lot of people named Humphrey nowadays. Huh?
No. They're not bogarting the name.
Hi-oh.
Oh, snap. What's the rating that makes someone good? Nate, whatever your rating is, +1.
Oh, snap.
Gotcha.
Well, that's some, there it is. I can't quite get it now. Let's see.
Yeah, Lasker was good at a lot of stuff.
He was a true
There.
Renaissance man.
It does open that up. Well, I don't know. Did you solve it? I was.
Well, I had a couple of ideas.
Me too, but I don't know if it was right. I've already got it wrong once.
Why does everybody spell Einstein wrong? Einstein? And then they spelled it with
Like,
an A?
I was looking at Rook F7 and Queen E4, but then Rook F2 seemed pretty
No,
good.
your answer's right. You forgot the queen saying
Oh,
name.
that, and in fact, that was my second idea was Queen
Oh,
H4.
that was
with
my
the
idea.
same threat.
My idea
Yeah.
was Queen H4,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's
Yeah, so you,
discovered.
so you
Yeah,
always
yeah.
sack
Win
the
it.
always sack the exchange.
Darn. All right.
I just, once I
Then
said it out
you're
loud,
threatening
I saw
mate.
it.
Then you're also
Okay.
threatening
Yeah.
knight check and queen takes queen.
Right, right.
Knight
I had
F3.
that same idea with Queen H4.
Yeah.
And now you play knight f3 and then take the
That's pretty cool.
24-48.
That was tough. I wasn't gonna get it, but I had some.
Two
of that.
threats,
Yeah.
what else?
Yeah, that wasn't too tough. What was the
Yeah.
rating again?
24, 48.
Two-thirds.
that
foul
wasn't that
spell.
tough, yeah. Einstein had good theories. That's true.
But what about his practice?
Well, let's do another one.
But Einstein's wife did all the math. It's not fair.
All right.
Whose turn is it?
Well, she was a mathematician, and they probably did.
Yeah.
He probably did bounce ideas off of her.
And vice versa.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think it's fair.
You think she was bouncing stuff off him? Oh, snap.
What do you mean?
Sex joke.
Oh,
Bouncing.
Pretty vague. Pretty vague.
So he was bouncing stuff off of him.
Right.
okay. I guess so.
And he would say, 9, 9, 9. And he would say, all right.
I mean, that's what a lot of people don't understand. Not you guys, but the areas like math, philosophy. I mean, maybe one person gets the credit, but they
Right.
had lengthy discussions with other intellectuals.
I solved this puzzle.
I saw the answer in the chat. Usually I look for the wrong answers in the
Right,
chat.
right.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
never-
rare the chat's right.
I
but
never,
guess
I
that
never
this-
would have solved
Yeah,
it.
I solved
Too
it.
weak.
I thought that was what I thought.
Well, let me just keep
Yeah.
looking.
I just know the answer because I saw it in the chat.
Well, you shouldn't look at chat.
But the chat always has the
Just
wrong
assume
answers.
it wouldn't be there.
Well,
You know.
But it gives you ideas. It's still cheating, even if they're wrong ideas.
That's true.
Is usually looking at the chat is cheating.
I'm supposed to look at the chat because I'm the
Outspoken.
streamer. That was good.
Yeah. Well, I'm streaming too.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
I'm
the
not
only
a
streamer
teenager
here.
anymore, Raj B.
All right. Let me see.
Man, we still need 4 subs for 1,400. Everybody's the worst.
Let's see
Can
chat.
somebody donate 100 for subs? Then we get to 1,500.
Oh yeah. Keep
Right,
there.
right. That makes sense. But always cheat. That's true. Forgot about that.
Jesse the Gov.
My hair only, I started dyeing it in my 20s. So I always, when I was a teenager, I always had brown hair.
Oh, but your hair's pretty dark. It's like a dark brown.
Yeah, yeah. It's
mean-
dark brown.
People might even call it black. But it's,
That could, yeah.
but it's dark brown.
Yeah, yeah.
I need a Perrier. Who wants to volunteer?
Well, I'm
Is it
still
in
trying to
here,
solve the
Or is
puzzle.
it upstairs?
It's there.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
But
They're all the same. Take one for yourself, too.
not looking good here.
You don't mind Perrier, do you?
It's good, but it's so carbonated.
Yeah.
Can't possibly
There you go.
be that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna look at something else.
It could be that they're jealous and don't want to admit he was a genius, but everybody agrees he's a genius. I think the thing is he stole a lot of his ideas. That's all. Or as Karen would say, he shared them. They were shared amongst each
Well,
other.
you know, stealing is like a form of creativity.
Don't you remember when he was at the patent office and then he
Yeah,
beat
he
the
hit him
guy
in the
up?
head. Yeah, and he's.
I haven't heard that he stole his
shrinky
ideas.
dinks.
I haven't heard that.
Oh, all right.
You think Einstein stole his ideas?
Gifting 5.
No, I mean, he
subs.
had help with some of his stuff that people didn't
Yeah,
get credit for.
Not really stealing.
Thanks, R.A. Kelly.
Yeah, but that's sort of the protocol. No? I mean, people.
Everybody's like Einstein this and Jebediah that and Ezekiel this.
Let's see.
Thanks, R.A. Kelly. Now we have 1,400 subs. Somebody type exclaim stats. Do it.
Can go there. It goes there.
Yay, 1,400 subs. Thanks, Tensor.
Oh, that doesn't.
Go,
work.
R.A. Kelly.
I don't know. Go ahead. I don't want to keep holding it up.
Spence?
Well, you gotta. Well, the idea is that the rook on e7 is loose.
Yeah, that's hanging.
So you gotta play queen d4
Yeah,
check.
you check, and when if he goes to F1, this is mate.
Mm-hmm.
And if he goes to H2, this wins the rook.
Yeah.
Check and text the king.
Then he
and
can't
the
play
rook.
rook e8.
Could it just show it to me on the board?
Right. Well, he has to play. He's gonna play king H1.
Yeah,
H1.
I'm just saying I can't
Right.
visualize it.
Because if he plays king here, you check, and then take the rook.
Okay,
That's
I
why
can
he didn't
see
play
that.
king H2.
But show me then what mate you're talking about.
Queen f2.
If king here, queen here, mate.
Oh, if the king went. I didn't know where.
So he has to go here.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, what's your name? Raj. Who's smarter? Einstein or Claude Shannon? What's your opinion? Whatever you say is correct, unless it doesn't agree with me. Man, this guy said Claude Shannon immediately. Who's Claude Shannon? You're banned. What do you mean, who's Claude Shannon? See, this is why I'm mad at Einstein. Everybody just says Einstein. Who's the smartest person ever? Einstein. What are you, some kind of Einstein? What about Claude Shannon? God damn. Who's Claude Shannon? Spelled Claude wrong and Shannon wrong.
Well, he just typoed Claude, but Shannon
Possibly.
spelled it.
Yeah, Claude Shannon.
Yeah.
La da 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 dee da
There are a lot
da.
of smart
Dunda.
people.
Dunda. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know
All right, so now what do you do?
we're still on this.
Yeah. Well, just pretend it's a new puzzle.
Okay, so I guess knight F2 check.
Seems about right. Then he'll play King H2 probably, I guess.
What move did she say?
Knight F2.
Yeah, I agree with that. Is that right?
I assume, yeah, he'll play King H2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought if he played King 8 G1, I'd play Knight G4 check, and then I have this mate.
Well, but okay.
If King G1.
Yeah.
Then
Nice, I
Knight
didn't even see
G4
that.
check, and then mate if King H1.
Yeah, that is. I didn't see that either. I
Yeah.
thought it would be Knight H3 and such, but King H2 is
Yeah.
not.
Now this is the main idea. The King's here
immediately
now.
lost.
This is why we play Queen D4.
Oh yeah, you already said Queen D6.
Right, and then take the rook.
Yeah.
2450.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just too tough for me.
Yeah, I didn't see Queen D4, but somebody in the chat said it. So if King here, Karen, then mate.
I already saw it now.
And if King H2, then mate, then this is the same as the game. Not mate, but... And then in this position, if King G1, I can play Knight G4 check.
Yeah, you showed me that one.
And then after here, I go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can block
That
with
one's the coolest one.
You can block
Yeah.
with anything.
Because I didn't see that one.
2450.
Ben is smart.
Anyway, I got Claude Shannon. You can have your Von Neumann and your,
Von Bartolome.
who's the guy's name who's from Ramajana? What's his name?
I don't know.
Rama.
Hey, don't you think it's time for more coffee though?
Yeah, because mine got.
There should be
Gross
10
and
people.
all.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, see the name there?
Well, yeah, we'll take a small break.
That guy's not a dumbass
I need a
either.
You want to go break?
I
Hey,
do
do you
need a
want
break.
anything from upstairs?
Got him.
She just liked my answer. She was like, hey.
Oh,
Hey, maybe you can play some
sorry, I
bullet
hit you,
for a
but
minute.
It's sitting on you.
Oh, is it on?
Okay, let me try to
Hey.
get it. I think I got him, but he fell. I think I got him. Really, it was worth. It was
He's not
worth
on
it.
there.
Yeah, he's not on there. He died. He died.
Do you want to do any bullet, or are you gonna keep doing puzzles? We're not gonna be on that
Either
long.
one's good.
Okay. And do you want more coffee?
We can't all have more coffee. There's a limit to how much coffee.
Oh, we can make.
I already had plenty of coffee because I had this.
See, look, that'll go.
Yeah, but I got.
I didn't get to drink mine.
I had plenty of coffee.
All right, we'll be right back.
Euler's not bad. Yeah, I agree with Euler.
Okay, we'll be right back. And then, etc.
John Nunn, terrible. I'll play some 1 minute. Man, bugs are attacking me. Stop attacking me. Live chess. We'll get back to puzzles when they get back. Yeah, my Dropbox is full. Great. The Houston Oilers. Yep, they were good. I like Shannon more than most because he had some chess stuff, and also he's from Michigan. Go Petoskey, Michigan. Nobody's from Petoskey, Michigan except him. The city was named after him. They're like, "You're from Petoskey, okay." Try to get to 2,700 before they get back. I remember Raj saying that everything that he does in life is because Claude Shannon discovered it. He didn't say that, but I'm paraphrasing. Right, Raj? Man, I can't play 1 minute with anybody. I try. The Shannon number. My favorite Claude Shannon factoid is that Claude Shannon won the Claude Shannon Award. That was impressive. Most people don't win awards named after them. Oh, snap. If you look at the bottom of Shannon's Wikipedia, and it tells you like all the things he did and all the prizes he won, god damn. His Wikipedia page is like 1,000 pages long of all the stuff that he did. I'm trying to play. Well, I'm trying to play 1 minute, and it's a 400-point swing of people who can play 1 minute, and I still can't play anybody. Terrible. I mean, I lost rating points. I should have more people I can play. Yeah, anybody like 2481 to 3000 to 2881 I can play. Thanks the Hashfa. The OQ Hashfa. Sorry about mispronouncing your name. Thanks for the 5 subs. Hooray! Well, there's the Houston Oilers. 27-22. That's higher than me. I don't like it. Never play F6. Yep. Resigns. Never play F6. Never. It's not frozen. I'm just sitting here pointing. Never play F6. Rematch declined. What? But I'm trying to get to 2700. Wah. Thanks, trying to learn. Hey, do the marker again, trying to learn. I don't think it worked. You typed it in right, but it doesn't work sometimes. Oh no, a marker, it says a marker was created. Now you did it. You did good. Yeah, okay, cool. I can't see. Hold. I'm putting out another challenge. I'm 2690. It's funny he played f6 and it's like the worst move on the chessboard. Like you couldn't play a worse move than f6. You could play a move that's equally bad like f5, but you couldn't play a worse move. $1,800 viewers. Hooray. Yeah, I think f6 and f5 are the only moves that hang mate. Queen b7 is much better than f6. It's 100 times better. It loses a queen. The other one gets mated. Thanks, Mark. 2357, 1 or L, whichever's funnier. Thanks for the sub. It's funny, all these beginners are like, I'm a beginner. Is this a good opening? What opening should I play? All of my students in the past, I don't know this opening. What's the opening? What opening should I play? How come I'm always losing with this opening? And then Magnus plays h4, and he's winning like on move 20 and draws. Because, opening doesn't matter. Magnus wants to play all 20 first moves. So he's up to like 16 now, I think. So I've been trying to play 1 minute since you guys left, and I played one game. I won, and the guy declined, and I've been waiting 4 minutes for a rematch. But I want to show you the game.
Okay.
So it's actually funny. This is going on the cover of my book.
Never play f6.
Oh, yeah. This is the worst f6 that's ever been played. Oh, you got that for the flies?
No.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. All right, ready?
Yeah.
So the game is boring. It's a 1 minute game. So the guy's higher rated than me, too.
Hey, can you put the OBS on the front?
Because I got high. Yeah.
Yay.
Da, 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 da. He was not going to play f6, and I know why. All right, so boring game.
Okay. Queen d5.
He played f6. That's the worst move on the board. Let me tell you how bad it is.
It's worse.
If
than
you play
c6,
queen b7 and I take your queen, that's better than what he did.
Yeah.
All right, Karen, white's a move and win.
All right.
Never play f6.
Let's see. What's a bad move? I can go, let's see, queen d5, maybe.
Maybe.
Queen d5?
Yeah, and then he resigned.
Yeah, but not maybe. That's
Well, I'd always tend to express things in an unsure fashion.
Make sure, be more sure.
Yeah, it's Mother's Maid here.
Yeah. I need to be more authoritative, even when I'm wrong.
Especially.
I was going to pay my child support. No, you wouldn't.
No, you would.
Right, I love that. That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of the whole song. No, you would.
Terrible. All right, well, I got to play one game while you were gone, but I got
That was good.
2690.
So, some more
Yay.
puzzles then?
Yeah.
Yeah. La, da, 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 da. And I know why. Hey, hey. White to
White to
move.
move.
Makes sense?
Yes.
No, 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 no. Delicious. All right. I have solved it.
Not
Darn. My first move hung the rook, so I guess I need to look further.
You were looking at Rick G8 check?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
See,
I'm
I-
admitting it. I'm admitting it.
No, but I even know what movie you're looking
Yeah.
at.
But I eliminated it, so I'm looking further.
Always eliminate.
I like MC Escher. It's MC like he's an MC of a show. MC Escher. That's a good handle. Spells Escher wrong, but
Probably the right way was taken.
possibly on purpose.
Possibly.
Rook G8, I have spoken.
I
You're
think
right.
that's
MC Escher was taken. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's a good move, actually. Rook G9. That would be good.
Okay, I did solve it.
Finally.
Yeah, yeah.
My son. I can't believe that White's winning because he played F3, obviously. But
Right,
Black played
right,
F6. So.
Yeah, clearly Black just tried too hard to win here. Classic situation.
The mate is just a smothered mate. King H8, Knight F7,
Right,
Knight H6,
yeah.
Queen G, and Knight F7.
Classic mate.
If you know what smothered mate is, that's what it is.
You know what it is.
Also, smother mother.
Everything.
And if I didn't mate him, I could win all of his pieces with
Yeah,
Knight
like
F7
take on
check.
D6.
Yeah, I could keep taking
Yeah.
everything. But I have mate, so that would be better. It could have been Raj, but it wasn't. But it could have been.
Let's see. I don't know what the move is going to be. I mean, is it Rook B6?
Then
Then
Queen
Queen C-
C4.
Well, or 8.
I guess Queen C4 loses to Rook. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Queen C8, though.
But Queen C4.
Okay.
Yeah, Queen C8 also.
All right, go ahead with it. This one's
I thought it was Rook A8.
Here?
Yeah.
No, it's here.
Oh, I was going to play Rook A8, then Rook A7.
No, here.
That's obviously right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't stop that.
Rook A8, but
yeah.
you're not threatening the bishop, so I have a free move.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
although,
I was. Yeah.
although I don't really know
Darn,
how
that
to
didn't
stop
seem
this.
that hard.
Right.
I don't know why I couldn't see
No, I
that.
thought I was.
I guess
taking
you
the
could
bishop,
play
yeah.
E4 and trade queens and
queens.
take on F3 and take on G2. Probably draw.
Even still, I want a piece, yeah.
Right, but I'm going to take
That's
on
probably a
F3 and
draw, yeah.
G2.
That
Because
seems
I have my
pretty.
bishop's hanging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Rook H8, I didn't see that. That's obviously right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he's going to play
Yeah.
Queen F7, Karen. Then it's up to you.
But then we got him.
Because
yeah.
Queen H7 is mate.
Right.
So he's going to play Queen F7.
Now we got him.
Now,
with it.
Karen. Go, Karen.
You got it. Oh, Bonarici got it. Good job.
Sound like Bonarici.
All right, and even MC Escher.
Let's see there.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
And then if he goes
Dang it.
back up. Okay. So I think it's Rook H6.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But you only think it is.
That's because that's the way I express it
Yeah.
myself.
Now what?
Rook H7.
Nice.
Sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Queen F7.
She didn't
is a
say
good
she
move.
thought it was that. She said
Right,
Queen
pretty
F7.
Sure, that's right.
And
2350.
I'm just
Yeah,
going to
I
stop
got that
saying
one
it.
wrong, yeah.
And you guys, it's implied that I think
Right.
that this is what it is.
No, but you have
Right,
to be more
'cause you are
assertive.
thinking.
I am. So I'm just
You
going
have to pretend you're telling me what to do.
I'm just going to give you the line and then you tell me it's wrong. But I'm not going
Yeah,
to say
tell me,
I
all right.
think or is it. I'm just going to assert the answer.
Right. It's like in SpongeBob when he told him he needs to be more assertive. So then SpongeBob puts his hand in the guy's pocket. He's like, no, more assertive, not insertive.
1900 viewers. What else? Okay, so we're black and we're going this way, and he's white and he's going this way, and it's
Right.
black to move. Delicious.
That is a good idea, C.L. Smith.
What?
Asking
Ask
the
the
what
what
if
if machine, that's funny.
what it'd be like if Karen were more assertive.
Uh huh. That's funny.
It's like if
Futurama
Leela,
joke.
if Leela were more impulsive. That's what it
Right,
was,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah. There's only one thing to do now. When she sleeps with Fry and he thinks she's going to kill him,
Right.
So then just King H4?
put
That
it in
seems
H.
right.
Then your opponent's going to play King D3. Didn't count on that, did you?
No,
No?
I didn't.
See? But I knew what he was going to do.
But I thought you would have counted on that.
No, she didn't count on
I
that.
didn't. But I can look and refigure. Okay, he's
Bonarici with the typo.
there. And so we're going to go here.
Sure, it wasn't a typo. He just didn't play the correct move for white.
and then he has to step.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with
King
that.
H3. What?
Nice.
And then, I think it's just.
All right, we need 93 subs.
Oh, he can go there.
Come on, Jan Verhoff. Come on. It was a typo. Right, it's hard to tell if it was a typo
King
or
G2.
the wrong move.
Right.
Yeah, nice.
Man, you know what you're
Crushed it.
doing.
Yeah.
Crushed
You
it.
play better when you don't say like, maybe it's this. You just go, look, it's
Yeah.
this bitch.
Right. Yeah, go.
King.
Yeah, go. Uh-oh,
You need to
don't
watch.
switch
G3.
moves.
You need to watch Kramnik analyze more.
Right, right.
I'm winning. Every move is winning.
Or then just here, and
King
then this
takes
moves fast. And
F3.
I'll say this really fast.
24-41.
Did it.
You know
Crushed
those king and
it.
pawn endings.
Crushed it. Clinical stuff. But yeah, you should expect white to run up. That's the only defense. If he goes back, you always lose. If black's king's on the third and it's in front of the pawn, white always loses. You know, unless it's like a rook pawn. But a normal pawn, it's all. So if white's pawn is in front, or if white's king is in front, like on F1, doesn't even matter whose turn it is.
What I have to look, I have to show you Tim Him's
He
analysis.
always wins, you know.
I have to show you Tim Him's analysis.
So he has to try to go for the Zugzwang tricks.
What was it? Where'd the king go? Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
move.
That makes sense.
Here's his analysis, Spence.
Uh-huh.
Tim Him.
This is okay.
Okay. Then he says
Yeah.
F2,
Yeah.
and then he
F2
says
is good.
Then he says King F1,
Uh
and then he says F1 equals queen.
huh.
What?
That was good.
Here. It was good analysis up until all the illegal
Well,
moves.
F2 is a good move here, though. If I could play that, that's what I would do
Yeah.
for sure.
Yay, thank you, Caffeine Jones.
Yeah,
Looking sharp, Spencer.
oh, thank
Says
you.
R Factor, New York City.
F2, King F1, F1 Queen. That reminds me of the famous game D4.
Yeah.
All right, ready? Mm-hmm. The road is gone. Many a winding road. I got it. That's right, MC Escher.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I solved it.
I want to keep looking because I don't have it at the moment.
So now
We're
I know
almost-
I'm right because the chat says, you know.
Something else.
I don't solve
Exactly. Yeah, that helps. Let's see, 1,963 viewers. We need more viewers for 2,000. Also, we need 97 subs or 93 subs for 1,500. 97 should be easy. Should be, but it's not. Ooh, 1988. Now, this is the worst the chat's ever been. That's saying something.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm gonna put all the chat answers on YouTube so people can make fun of you guys.
Right.
Oh snap!
Why doesn't I guess the YouTube commenters must make fun of the chat too, right?
Yeah, YouTube comments are worse than Twitch comments, which doesn't make any sense. I guess because YouTube people are more anonymous. 'Cause
Yes.
they have NordVPN. So the level of anonymity is
Plus, you can't
up there.
immediately like
It's
yell at
through the
them.
roof.
Right. It's
Right.
delayed reaction.
Yeah.
They feel more anonymous, and there's less interaction with the person you're insulting.
I think Black took
Yeah,
pawn
let's
on
see.
F3
Let's see if he took
last
something.
move.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Black did not miss main one.
so not Black's fault,
Oh, let me
although
see.
that wasn't a good move.
Never take on F3.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it seems like a rook f3.
Now,
Then you're just a rook down.
yeah, you're down a rook then.
Yeah, I could.
Here you're down an incredible amount of material.
I
Made
agree.
a threat.
So you have perpetual
You
check.
just have to
You
keep
just
checking.
check and it's perpetual check.
That's I wasn't gonna get that.
Yeah, you have to
I always
check
forget to
here.
look for the draws. I thought I did see that I would
Yeah.
win the queen, but then I struggled to find.
You
a
don't
move
win a
after
queen.
that.
I don't take
No,
the
he
rook.
just doesn't take.
Oh, okay. Oh, you
Yeah,
don't
just
take.
play queen
Why would I
here
hang my
and
queen
have a
up?
But I thought that if you didn't take, I didn't have a specific line, but that you could perhaps corner.
No, after a rook takes, I
Queen
just play
H5.
queen h5.
Stop the checks.
I'm fine.
Threaten the rook too.
Darn.
Yeah, here you perpetual.
Yeah, you got a perf.
24.95.
I always forget to look for
Mm-hmm.
perpetuals.
Right.
No, I don't like any Perrier that's not regular Perrier.
Yeah.
If you like any other, you're banned. Tough but fair. Boy, is he strict. What movie?
What is it, boys?
Boy, is he strict.
I don't know.
Blazing Saddles. He shot a guy for chewing gum online because he didn't bring enough for everybody else. So then he shot him. And Harvey Korman
Yeah.
shot the guy. And then G. Wilder said, wow, he's strict.
That's pretty strict.
It is. Chewing gum online. Did you bring enough for everybody? I didn't know there'd be this many people. That's a good line. And then he shoots him.
Come on, Caffeine Jones.
All right.
What are
White
you doing?
timid.
Go, Karen. I mean, you know, come on. Bum, bum. Oh, my answer doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
All right, so there. Oh, it does work, my answer. That's what I meant, is my answer does work. I got to the end of the right variation. I was like, oh, well. And I was like, wait a minute. That's still winning. Yeah. Which way is white going?
Which way is
See
white
the letters
going?
and numbers here? That's-
Up. White's going upward.
Yeah, white's. Yeah,
We have white.
yeah we're white
going up.
and going up. Move it on up to the king side.
I see that seemed to work.
To the king side
Okay, that seems bad. Okay, so
of the pie.
So I can't figure out why that's
So far, the chat's failing miserably.
different than that move.
Did Spencer get it yet?
No, I mean, I know the right first move. Because everything else didn't work. But I still haven't really figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-mm.
let me see this other. I have what I think is my first move. I'm gonna try this other thing for there.
Almost 2,000 viewers. What else?
Yeah, I guess solved it. I didn't figure out. It was the first thing I looked at too, but then at the end I gave up. Like, when it was still winning.
That's what I did immediately as I saw everything right, and I'm like, that doesn't work. Wait,
Right,
yes,
right.
it does.
Yeah,
Ridiculous, frankly.
frankly, yeah. But I had to make sure everything else lost first.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the
19
Eradicator.
1986. That's when I graduated high school. You graduated 84, right?
Yeah. I don't know. This one's hard. I would say
Yeah.
G7.
G7 doesn't work, but it's close.
Okay, well, go
doesn't
ahead
quite
with
work.
it. Go ahead.
So you play King G5,
Okay. That
and
was
then
my
you're going to
second
push your
one.
H pawn.
Right.
You're going to
H
push your
pawn.
H pawn a lot.
Oh, okay.
That's the key.
You keep doing it. You keep doing it.
Forgot I had a trick.
And then here you have one move that
Right,
wins.
this is the key moment. Yeah.
Let's see if I take there. Oh yeah, that might.
Bishop G8 would not help at all. That's what Bishop G8 would just waste the tempo. Pretty much.
Yeah, you're bad. You should feel bad.
Yeah. I just play H7 anyway.
So
What's the problem?
G takes F7,
There it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
That's it.
and then
All done.
yeah.
Yeah.
There it
23-10.
Yeah.
And I had a slight lilting question at the end of my,
Oh.
which
okay.
I need to not do.
Right.
Here's what you have to do to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of it forever.
Are you gonna
Whenever
tell
you,
me how to do it?
yeah, whenever you say the answer, then say bitch, and it won't be like G takes F7, bitch. It won't be that. It'll be G takes F7, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like in Rick and Morty.
Yeah, always end everything with bitch. Then you'll do. It'd be great.
Can't think of a pun including pumpkins, bitch.
Why doesn't H8? Because then he takes it. Then
And he's
you
back in
take. Then
time.
King
And
G7.
then we lose.
Doesn't work.
Probably.
Yeah,
we probably lose him.
Maybe.
guess.
King there.
We
King
certainly don't
G3.
win.
I think it's a draw because I play king here, king here, king here. If you play B5, I go here, and king C5 stalemate. So I think I can just go king here,
After
king
King
here, king here.
A4, King C4.
No. I don't let you play king up. Like if your king's here, my king's here. I'm going here.
Then I'll play King D6.
Right, then king here. You'll never.
No,
you-
no, you're wrong.
After
King C6.
Oh, after king C6,
and then
I
B5.
can't go
Yeah.
here. I have to go here.
But then King C5. Then I win easily.
So can I stop you from doing that? Probably not.
There's no way.
And he said there was no way.
Yeah.
That's right, Caffeine Jones. I
Wait,
agree
I'm
with you.
not agreeing with you yet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll put my king here and your king here,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna play king here.
Okay. King C7.
Okay, then here.
King C6.
Oh, you already got me with king C7.
Yeah.
So I have to go here after king C7.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. I did it.
Aha.
Now you guys are talking,
Yeah,
saying
that's a
bitch
draw.
with
That's a
way
draw.
too much gusto.
I can't do anything there.
Probably still winning and we're wrong. Let's look.
Well, I'd have to like go around and around and do more. Like maybe I can triangulate somehow.
Yeah, let's see if that's winning. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, that is unclear. It says draw. Oh, you can do it like this. You can force me to the 8th rank. But then I can sneak out. Yeah. King B8. Oh no, then I can't. You just don't let me out. I mean, even King D7.
I'm gonna let you out.
Right. Now it is a win though, yeah.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna get to a position I want.
Right. There it was King C.
King here.
Well, no, then King...
Well,
yeah,
King
right,
here,
right,
okay.
right.
King. This is winning.
Yeah.
King E5.
Just
Oh
bring it all
man,
the
if
way
I go
around.
here or here, you play the corresponding move I don't want you to.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, white can avoid this by queening and keeping the
Yeah.
king.
Then
on
you
the 8th rank,
then you win
right.
this. Yeah.
But I can't.
That's a
really
funny
go
way to
all the
draw.
around,
That's
yeah.
a funny way to draw is to queen
Yeah, force him on the 8th rank.
and then just keep your king on the 8th rank.
Yeah.
You can't go this way.
Oh, no,
At
you
some
just-
point, I can take this
oh,
pawn.
yeah.
I don't know when.
That's an interesting move, King G8. Wow, King E5?
Uh-huh.
I would never play that.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the
Oh,
pawn.
okay, just taking the pawn. But still, you might as well play King E6. what was the benefit of letting the king off the back? Right?
Yeah. Well, king could go here.
Well, either way, he could go there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So you know.
Yeah, this is.
Right. This is a draw. I actually calculated this line in the. Oh, but you could just queen and draw. Black can just queen and draw, instead of moving the king in. Like after king b7. Yeah, I calculated this to be a draw already.
I queen too.
Right. That's called a draw.
Yeah, but I thought black was playing for a win.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
So this would be a draw, even though it was
Yeah,
the
that is
line.
interesting
The line we
lines
were
there.
looking at is losing.
Yeah, interesting lines there.
This king runs over here. Wow. I gotta know that for my tournament in Chicago. When I get that position, I'll play king e5. I gotta be like, what?
Yeah.
Say preparation,
Yeah,
bitch. Prepared for the tournament.
Yeah, I do like analyzing king and pawn in games though, because you can always get to the end really if you try hard enough.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend all day on them though.
Anyway, everything you guys said was wrong about everything.
Right.
All right. Oh yeah, bitch is that guy from the Dream episode where they're dreaming.
Yeah, Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. He's the guy who just says
Yeah.
he says bitch after everything he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he doesn't never sounds like he's asking a question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill
Hey.
you guys, bitch.
I left my phone upstairs.
Bum, bum,
I don't
bum.
really need it.
Can you use mine?
Nah, I
Right.
was just checking my messages and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you still want to try to go to karaoke later?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I don't know. I don't. Are we gonna stay for the whole stream?
No.
You know, seems like a long time.
Well, I wouldn't want to go to karaoke right now.
No, but maybe like at 9. or
Then yeah, that's
30.
3 hours into it. Yeah, that's
Well,
Well, Spencer
reasonable.
wants to get to karaoke so he can watch the basketball game.
Yeah,
And not
that's
only
true.
that,
That's
Spencer
true.
knows who's playing.
Yeah, I know who's playing the
No.
basketball.
No.
It's the
No, no.
Celtics.
No, that was
Okay,
last night.
I mean,
That's a
it's-
good guess.
I meant it was Dallas,
Okay, good.
Mavericks.
Good.
and they're playing the Phoenix Suns.
No, they already beat them.
Dang it! Wait, I almost got it. They're playing. It's got to be a team from the West.
Right. Correct.
Is it the one with CP3?
No, that's Phoenix.
Ah, that's Phoenix. Well, I give up.
Man, he just loves Phoenix.
I give up.
Golden State Warriors.
I could have guessed that.
Yeah.
I could have.
Yeah, the
But it
karaoke.
would have been a guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. The karaoke McMello's on a stage in a big room, so you have to sing in front of people.
Yeah, I
Right,
was
don't-
thinking
don't-
about saying
don't-
Sex and
Don't
Candy.
answer. I'm going to ask him
Good song.
something.
Oh yeah, I love that
But
song.
don't answer.
Okay.
Do you think Karen has heard of Steph Curry?
Yes.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I've definitely heard of Steph Curry.
What
I
team
don't-
does he play for?
I don't know.
Why have you heard of him? What does he do? What
Probably
sport?
just from you
What
talking.
sport?
I don't know. I've just heard you
Man,
talking.
no,
Super
what
famous.
sport? I don't know. That's not. That's,
I've heard.
It's not fair.
I'm not going to be dishonest. I've
I know.
heard you talk about.
No, but
Steph
that means
Curry
I'm
many
almost
times.
right. Basketball.
No, the question was, have I heard of him?
Damn.
Not do I know
Right.
a lot about
Damn.
him? Definitely heard of him.
All right, for trillions of dollars, he plays in the NBA. He has a brother that plays in the NBA. What's his name?
You asked me.
The
once
answer's
a week,
the answer's funny.
And I'm never going to.
No, but the answer's funny.
Yeah. you
Seth Curry. It's
Oh,
Steph
okay.
Curry and Seth Curry.
It's funny.
That is
Now
funny.
here's a $1 trillion question for Spencer.
Okay.
What team does Seth Curry play for?
Seth
And,
Curry?
yeah, and it changed this season. He changed mid-season.
I have no idea. Yeah.
He plays for the Brooklyn Nets, but he did play for the 76ers. He was involved in the big trade. Ben
trade.
Simmons and James Harden.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying,
I heard
Kathleen
about that.
Jones. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, go Castling.
Castling is for betas. Is
Here's
that what's his name?
somebody-
Is that David Pacman? Is that his secret handle?
What?
What?
Why is that? What, is
He
it a
refers to
joke?
himself as a beta,
Oh.
like as a
no.
joke.
Is that
Oh.
good to be?
No, no, it's a joke.
Yeah. Oh, that is what like conservatives call liberals. Yeah, like as an insult. they'll
Steph
say it.
Curry's brother, Tim Curry.
Right. Tim Curry. I thought that was Tim Apple.
You castling for betas? Well,
Right.
good.
I've played castling for betas, and they did castle. Yeah.
Yay, over 2,000 viewers.
So it's somebody that we know?
No, just on online.
Online.
Yeah.
Oh.
I played them in a simul. At
Oh.
least, yeah.
Cool.
Probably I won. I don't know.
All right, now let's see if one of you can get this. Steph Curry and Seth Curry,
Yeah.
their father played in the NBA.
Yeah, you probably told me that.
What's his name?
Um,
That's pretty good family. Father and 2 sons played in the NBA. It's a rich family.
I'll say Red Curry.
I'm sorry, the answer is Masaman. His dad's Masaman. He's Indian.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
No,
good.
it really
It is Massaman. No, it's not. I was just kidding. Del Curry's right.
Del Curry. That's pretty good.
Massaman Curry would be a good name for his dad.
Yeah. that would
Del
be.
Curry is correct. Tofu Curry.
I mean, Del's kind of a silly name too, but I guess
Del
it's
isn't a
Wendell,
spice.
right? It's
No,
probably
I
Wendell.
don't know.
Del.
Del Curry, not to be confused with Del Taco.
Right?
Except for, I think Del Taco was 1L.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did know that. So Doc Rivers, by the way, listen to this.
Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers' son plays in the NBA, and Doc Rivers' daughter is married to Seth Curry. So like basically everybody in the world's in the NBA somehow. And what's his name? I'm getting confused. Doc Rivers played in the NBA. So Doc Rivers played in the NBA. Doc Rivers' son plays in the NBA. And Seth Curry plays in the NBA. He's married to
Can you
Doc
plug
Rivers'
this in
daughter.
for me?
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's what would be better. If he was married to Doc Rivers' son, that would be better. Then you'd have everybody in the NBA. Terrible. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Man, that's
Hey,
some
did
rich.
You make sure that it did it. You
That's
know what I
that's
mean?
some
I
rich
think it came
people's.
up like the light, but let me see. Yeah, it's got the
Man, that's some
light-
rich families
light
there.
bulb.
A lot of professional.
Because Doc
athletes.
Rivers gets paid a lot as a coach.
Yeah.
Austin Rivers,
Austin
he's
Rivers.
not. That's his son.
Uh-huh.
He's not getting paid a lot as a player because he's no good. So he's probably getting like
Never
2 million.
heard of him.
He's probably getting 2 million exactly. He probably gets 2 million a year. Ugh, horrible.
Yeah, there's a Modest Mouse song where he goes, "We named our children after towns we've never been to." Yeah,
Paul
kinda reminds
George
me
dated Doc
of
Rivers.
that.
Well, let's do another puzzle.
Yeah,
What?
come on,
That's
I want
crazy.
another puzzle.
Well,
Puzzle.
obviously, there's no law saying I have to be a good sports fan.
Yeah, but you get to sit in the front seat because you're a good guy at sports.
Mm-hmm.
Sports.
You know, I'm just not interested in them. I'm never going to be, and don't feel bad about it at all.
Yeah, yeah. There's
So,
plenty more to
what
life
sports
than
do you want to?
sports, yeah.
What about tennis?
You know, I don't hate it. I've just got other things I'm more interested in.
Well, you're looking at the next puzzle. I want to see what Austin Rivers' salary is
All right.
because it's not good. It's probably gonna be like 2
I
million a
solved
year.
it.
It's probably gonna be like 2 million a year. I bet you his dad gets paid more as a coach.
I actually did solve it too. I wasn't even joking.
Mm-hmm.
I was like sort of joking, but I thought I saw the right first move, but it is right.
Yay.
Yeah, Austin Rivers 2.4 million a year.
That's not pretty. That's not
No,
too bad.
no, but that's like almost the league minimum.
So I wouldn't be crying about.
I think the league minimum is $1 million. Doc Rivers' salary.
those chumps.
Doc Rivers gets an average of $8 million a year being a coach. He signed a 5-year, $40 million contract. Man, that's better than his son who gets $2 million a year. Terrible.
So
Frankly.
I believe I have the first move, but I
Okay.
Wow,
What's
Popovich-
the
wasn't
first
sure
one?
what the response might be.
Well, hold on, I didn't look
Rick
yet.
takes
I didn't
D5.
look yet.
Oh, sorry.
Greg Popovich gets $11 million a year as a coach.
Well, they only have one move to
Damn.
try to refute that.
All right, now what did you say? Rook takes D5?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
You know why?
that's the right move.
No,
Oh, always second exchange.
always second exchange.
Right. And then Bishop A4.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's all.
Yeah, why are you guys in the
Yeah.
chat so weak?
Did they not solve
22-52. Yeah, they're like bishop takes, then queen takes.
it? Are they joking?
No,
That one was easy.
Come on, you guys.
no.
That one was easy
No.
to me.
That one reminded me of Sunday morning. It was
But
so
you know,
easy.
you never know why they're easy. What does my T-shirt say?
Couldn't
Hey,
even spell.
Pass
Couldn't even
Pond.
spell Karen right.
So
Oh, there he is. He fixed it.
it says. Let me see.
I'm just here for the pot.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
just
right.
here for the pot.
And it's a World Series of Poker shirt.
Right. And the funny part about it is in Las Vegas, where the streets smell like
Have no name.
marijuana.
The WNBA max contract is about $2 million. Yeah, I agree with that.
So it's a funny, pun on pot.
Can you name any WNBA team? The something somethings.
Yeah, yeah.
You can?
The Dream. The Atlanta Dream?
I think that's right.
Yeah, I think so. I think
I wouldn't bet my life
I
on
think.
it.
Okay, I used to know even like a few, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you can't see the bottom. I bought this shirt. We were in Las Vegas during the 2021 World Series of Poker. We didn't play or anything, but we did play at the same at the Rio.
The best team in the WNBA right now is the Nobody Watches Us.
I'm coming back over.
Have you heard of that team?
No.
Yeah, the Nobody Watches
No.
Us.
No.
Yeah, true.
No.
Yeah. The best joke on the WNBA is from The Simpsons. It was The Simpsons, right?
Maybe.
Where he
No, that's
says-
Family Guy. What
You sure?
The long thing that he was like,
No, I thought you said we have to
Yeah.
ask the fan.
That was definitely.
Oh, that's Family Guy?
Definitely.
On Family Guy, they were talking about the WNBA, and they said, well, the only way to know is to ask the fan. And then they showed a game, and there was one guy watching, and he went, yay. He's the only fan. So, yeah.
The Spark. That's a name.
Yeah, Karen can name a lot of WNBA players.
Maybe the Houston Spark or something.
Did that to be current or former?
Doesn't matter.
Lisa Leslie.
That's the one I know.
Yep.
Lisa Leslie.
What about
Crushed it.
what about the?
Who's the one in jail
No,
in Russia?
That is.
But her
funny.
wife will bail her out, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Brittany Griner's the one you're talking
Yeah.
about. What
I know.
about ready? Reggie Miller's sister?
Regina Miller.
No,
Oh, that was a good guess.
I don't know.
Cheryl Miller.
Yeah, I
Dang.
don't know.
And then when they talked about Reggie Miller on Seinfeld, Elaine said, "I didn't know that Cheryl Miller's little brother played basketball." Oh, snap! All right, ready?
Yes.
Oh, it's a French too.
Yeah, this is definitely a French
Winnower,
defense. So
yeah.
Karen will get it pretty easily.
A winner.
Oh yeah, of course.
I solved it pretty easily.
Ah, delicious.
Go Spencer. It's because I was looking at all these Korchnoi games with Karen.
You already solved it?
Oh yeah.
I did not.
Oh. All right. Well, you will if.
Yeah, he'll be ashamed as well.
Good.
He'll be like, what if Magnus were here and
Right. I used to play the French with black as a teenager, so I had these kinds of positions.
yeah.
I used to play all the time. Go French. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm ashamed, Magnus.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
If only Magnus were
Yeah, I
here.
am ashamed that I didn't solve it quicker.
In Norway, we solved this position. I can't do a good Magnus.
But in this position, it's also you hammer, right?
Hammer.
Yeah. They're both from Norway.
Right. Hammer's voice is just so like,
Terrible?
distinctive.
Yeah.
Well, maybe terrible.
But
I
Karen,
kinda like
you
it.
played the French. Why haven't you solved this yet?
Right.
That's what he would say.
If it was a lesson with me, it would be D4, but it's not. So.
Pawn breaks.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we were looking at all these Korchnoi games where he would always play D4 or F6 and E5 and all three of those moves.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Karen she needs to be doing that.
Korchnoi played in some tournament in the late 60s where everybody was pretty good,
Yeah.
like a slow tournament, and he got like 13 and a half out of 14. And like you've heard of all the players.
Yeah, I
I was
like
like,
Korchnoi.
I was like, what the hell? How did I mean, the players are all famous.
Korchnoi would always do, like, let's say you had a move order where one way forced your opponent, but the other way, like, let them do something that might be worse. But
Yeah.
it's, like, kind of unclear. He would always let you do another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, oh, what are you going to do? You really going to do that? It was kind of crazy.
Man, Korchnoi has a big Wikipedia. God
Yeah,
damn.
he's the man.
God damn.
I mean, he played chess for like 80 years.
I can't figure out his Wikipedia. There's too much.
He played at an extremely high level for like 6 decades or more.
Mainly or more.
And then even at a pretty good level for another 1 or 2 decades.
Yeah, when he was about 70, he beat Caruana with
Yeah,
black.
Caruana was 18. I think he was even
Caruana was good.
almost like, he was in his late 70s. Perhaps, I don't remember. Yeah, Fabio, he was world class, yeah. Good old Korchnoi. Korch the Torch.
Darn, I don't know this one.
Well,
So-
the idea is centered around the E5 pawn.
What's important, Karen, is to
Yeah.
always follow my rules. Let's follow them.
Well, I was looking at taking the knight
Yeah.
Right?
on
And
F3.
then, so you sack the exchange.
Right.
Now,
And
now
then-
sack the exchange again.
Always repeat.
Always sack the
Oh,
exchange.
okay, that's not what I was looking at.
Yeah, just keep sacking the exchange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then you win the rook in the corner. Or...
Okay, yeah, I didn't have
Nice.
that. Right.
Yeah, we're totally winning.
I knew
this.
it was centered on that pawn,
Right,
but I
right.
couldn't
His
quite
week, yeah.
figure
Yeah, we got
out.
2 knights for a rook, and our position's amazing. And 2 knights are always generally better than a rook, you know. Normal knights. We're up a pawn, we got a better pawn.
All right, let me tell Spencer this.
King is weak, you know.
When you have to listen to.
All center.
I am.
When
Yay,
when
Captain
Korchnoi
Jen.
was 75,
Mm.
he was ranked 85th in the world.
Damn.
Wow, that's great.
That's crazy. Top 100 in the world at 75.
The second oldest player in the top
By far,
100 was
easily top
Beliavsky at 53. He was the second oldest.
That's insane. Mm-hmm. That is insane.
Wow.
Like I said, he played at an extremely high level.
Yeah,
Like, top 100 in the world.
in
For 60
2011,
years, you know?
so he was 75. So when he was 79, he beat Fabiano.
79.
And Fabiano was over 2,700.
Yeah.
He beat him with black, too.
Fabio's like probably top
When-
10 in the world almost.
Right.
Or
When
so, yeah.
when in 2009 in the Swiss Championship, Korchnoi won when he was 78. The championship of a country.
That's pretty good too.
He won the national title again a few months after his 80th birthday, winning a playoff game with Joseph Gallagher.
Wow.
Man, win the championship when you're 80? God damn. I was supposed to play him a match, and then I had to play.
Right.
That's too bad. Then I had to play what's his name?
Ray.
You know, whatever his name is.
Ray.
Yeah, Ray. I thought you said yeah.
Hey, Big Daddy, how's it going? Yeah,
Good old court.
Anand has been doing great.
But I mean, beating a British GM, is that really an achievement?
But he went from British to Swiss, which is probably worse.
Right. Probably.
I still never know if Fressinet is Swiss or French. I'll never
Sounds
know.
French.
Right. They could be Swiss because Swiss are French too.
Oh, okay.
Some Swiss people speak French.
Huh.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? There's Pelletier. One of them's Swiss and one's French. Pelletier and Fressinet.
Yay, thank you,
Let
Big
me
Daddy.
see which one's Swiss and which one's French.
The Archer's with his dad. And then can't let's do another one.
Hold on, let me see about Fressinet. Fressinet was born in France.
Hey, Ports.
I think you could just say "Hey Ports," right? You know.
I could. Or I could say,
Who's
hey,
the other
hey,
one I
Ports.
said that wasn't Fressinet?
I already forgot.
Me too. What? I'll start the next puzzle so I can think of it.
Yeah.
Pelletier. I think Pelletier is the one who's Swiss. I don't think either one is, and I'm crazy. Yeah, Yannick Pelletier is a Swiss chess grandmaster, 6-time Swiss champion, currently living in Luxembourg. Born in Biel-Bienne.
I solved it.
I didn't look at it yet.
Yeah.
Mine's still.
I'll never solve it.
It's my kind of puzzle.
All right, I solved it. But I had to look at it to solve it. I'm getting
Right,
worse. I used to be, I could just solve without looking.
This is one that you could solve without looking back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
Definitely.
Yeah, Korchnoi H3 against Spassky. That's right. Belgians speak Walloon. Oh, snap.
It's believable. It's believerable too.
I'm a believer, etc., etc. Mainly, etc.
Did the chat get it wrong? Woof. Tough.
The chat get it wrong. That's
Yeah.
the chat specializes in getting
Go
it wrong.
chat.
Check.
You can do it.
This guy said Queen G7 mate's the answer.
He's right.
Easy.
Yeah, chess is one of those turn-based games, though. That's really the
Oh,
problem.
you've got the bishop, too. I see.
I have a good trivia question for you.
Okay, can I do it after the puzzle?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. I mean,
It's just for you though, not for
right.
Spencer.
All right.
Yeah,
I won't interfere.
let me
Okay.
not. Yeah.
And one of the possible answers to my question is you.
All right.
Shocking.
No, that didn't work. Let me try this other thing.
Welcome to the stream, everybody. Don't forget, if you want to renew or join chess.com, to use my affiliate code, XClam Premium, and then you'll take money from the cold, cold hands of Danny Wrench and give it to me.
Yeah, that is what you'll do. That's when you put it like that. It sounds good. Great,
Yeah.
you know, honestly.
XClam Premium will explain. Oh yeah, don't forget to buy merch too. Somebody who said they wanted to buy this shirt off my back,
Right.
you can just go to our merch store and buy the shirt.
Yeah,
we have
I was
merch.
thinking that when he said it, but I forgot to
XClam Premium, XClam merch.
get that
so-
merch going.
Yeah. Go.chess.com/feingold for all your savings.
Merch.
Even though you
merch,
won't save
merch.
anything.
But you will get that merch, and all your friends will be like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, we
cool
have
shirt,
mugs
bro."
and shirts and
Where'd you get that
all
shirt
kinds of
from?
stuff.
Getting attacked. To get Nepomniachtchi over here. So, Karen, did you solve it yet?
No. I'll keep looking at all these different things.
Right. Such as.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, let me just.
Otherwise, I got to do more work.
Second.
Perrier. Who texted me? Oh yeah, I already saw that text.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, sorry your food didn't have enough vegetables.
But that was a little sad.
Yeah, but still
But
tasted good
that's
probably.
that is a problem with Indian food, and you know I used to always say I like Indian food the most, but I kind of think I like Thai food more now because I can get chicken and vegetables.
I used to like Thai more, then I liked Indian more, then I liked Thai more, and now it's a Thai.
That's pretty fun.
It just depends on like which restaurant you're going to.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
good Indian's better than bad Thai, and good
And
Thai's better than
vice
bad
versa,
Indian.
you
Yeah.
know. Karen, it seemed like you were gonna say something.
So, yeah, I don't know.
No, don't say I don't know. Say
I don't
say
know.
I know, bitch.
I don't know. And
But you can know that you don't know.
You
If
can
I
say I
haven't-
don't know, bitch.
what I said was, if I have a line, I'm gonna assert it, even if I'm unsure about it. I have some ideas, which I'm happy to
Right.
share. I was looking at Queen G2.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
got to be check,
knight
right?
takes.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then this is where I was struggling a little bit, and so let me look at it again.
Yeah. It's fly by
Let's see
night
if I
flies.
check there.
Go, Karen.
Yeah, Karen's a vegetarian. I'm a vegan, and Spencer's other.
All right. Mostly other.
Remember that joke from The Simpsons? He said whether you're Christian, Jewish, or other, and he
Right.
points to
It's
Apu.
like a Hindu.
I was like, Hindu, there's a billion of us. Or other.
Other is good though.
So, possibly knight h3.
That's gotta
Correct.
be it,
The
yeah.
move
But-
smells, but it's good.
The move that I was having a hard time with is if he goes king f1.
You played
He
the
can't
same move
escape,
against
yeah.
either
He
king.
can't escape
Oh.
out A2,
Yeah.
E2.
Now continue with forcing
That's what
moves.
you're right.
Because if he went h1, that was easy.
Wait, why was
Same.
why was it easy with H1?
It's the
Why?
same.
What were we gonna do? After King H1.
So you're saying it's the same? I don't see how it's the same.
Well, but after King H1,
Knight
what were you gonna do?
Knight f2.
Oh no.
So that wasn't right. Okay.
No. Play a more forcing move than that.
All
Knight
right.
F2 like is check, but it's not. It's good for a draw or losing. Still wins, doesn't it?
I mean, it seems like.
Knight F2 still wins. That's why I play King
G2,
F1.
And he takes
Yeah.
there.
That's
I can
funny.
see that.
That's funny
Yeah, that's the
because you
same.
just play the winning line later.
Right. I can see that now.
And then. Oh yeah, because the rook's
Karen
there.
needs to win by force. I win by farce.
Probably okay. F takes on G2, and then. Oh wait, but then that's hanging. I thought it was going to be bishop F3, and the knight's hanging.
Don't forget to get all those pieces in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rook F2.
That looks right, huh?
Yeah. And then bishop F3.
That's right.
Man, she did say bitch once.
Almost. I said bit, and you got excited. And I said, shut up.
Yeah, that is what happened.
Is she ever going to say bitch? Oh, man, you know when you should first say it? It's the Chicago Open when you're analyzing. You're with your opponent, you're like, I go, here, bitch. Oh, man, that would be great.
And then
Yeah.
the 9-year-old's dad goes
Said, what do you want, bitch? And he'll be like, all right. My name's Karen, bitch.
He's lying. I didn't say it.
I didn't say bitch, you bitch.
Right.
Oh, snap.
Your kid's a punk. For snitching.
What's your favorite Prodigy song?
My favorite what?
Prodigy song.
Fire starter?
I don't really know their music.
Smack my bitch up.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's smack my bitch up. But sounds like he's saying smack my bitch up. No, he is saying bitch up.
All right.
Smack
Next
my
puzzle
bitch up.
or
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yes.
Prodigy's
I
not
wouldn't
that
wear
good.
the pot. Well, actually, I did wear the. No, I didn't wear it. I wouldn't wear this to a chess.
She wears it
tournament.
when she picks up her kids at school.
No,
Right.
I wouldn't wear it to the chess tournament. I'm not advocating for people to smoke marijuana at all.
Puzzle's been up for a long time.
But so I wouldn't wear
I
it.
want answers.
I wouldn't wear it.
I don't have an answer.
I just wish it. I just think it should be legal as all.
Yeah.
Believe
I think the less you put in your body, the better, for the record. But if you're going to put something in there, I'm just saying marijuana has its downsides, but not any worse, in my opinion, than alcohol. It's just more of a convention.
I solved it.
And
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. Let me think about it. No, maybe not. Dang it. Yeah. Oh yeah, this one's too tough.
it's tough. There are all these hanging pieces. And
Right. It's like, come on.
confused about like, but I'm just gonna keep
And I'm like,
looking.
what's going on?
Right.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah. Understandable.
I think I have the answer, but I wouldn't bet my life on it. I'm like 50. I'm like 50% sure.
I'm looking at another idea, and then we'll see what the defense is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I thought I had the answer, but I have a move that I would play. It seems like it's best. But yeah, I don't know that it's a dead win.
One of the answers is wrong and has lots of illegal moves.
That's the way to do it.
If somebody pointed out that move's illegal. A lot of the answers just they play moves and then like black's winning and they stop. Like it's white to play and win.
Oh, you know, they did their best.
They're like, here's some moves. How's that? I'm like, no. Yeah, I agree with all that.
Yeah.
Man, I'd be worried about my lemonade right about
I
now.
killed it with one hand. I killed it with one hand. I squished it.
Terrible. As a vegan, I'm against it.
But how could I do it with one hand?
It's like the sound of one hand clapping. It's this.
All right.
That's the sound.
Yeah, he never expected that, did he?
Yeah, my answer was wrong.
Now he's in insect hell.
Yeah, XQC changed his handle to XQC.
Yeah, instead of what?
XQCOW.
Oh.
That's what it used to be. They called him XQC. So he just changed it about 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know about this one.
Okay, I have an answer.
Can I
What do
say
you
what
think?
I think it is?
Yeah,
I think
I'll-
it's Rook F8
That's what I think.
and then AB.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
think.
just the best.
Are
I
you
could do.
positive or are you AB negative?
Right. And because
Yeah,
then
I-
Queen C5 is good.
Yeah, I think you
and-
just
yeah.
take pieces and then
That's
take
your-
this.
your
And I think it's
position's
good.
I didn't get
I
it.
think it's going to end now.
Yeah, I thought so too. Oh no.
Oh no, it didn't. Well, I'll take this,
Right.
and then I'll take
I'm
this,
just
or I
running
won't.
here. Oh, trade in Queen C5. That'll do it.
Well, any move wins
Yeah, I
after
can
this.
agree
Yeah,
with this
That was
one.
26-9. Yeah, it was just like taking pieces.
Yeah,
It
that one
wasn't-
was a weird
Somebody
pencil.
suggested it too. Somebody
Yeah.
in the chat said it, so I guess they used an engine.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do, and that's the only thing to be winning. So,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Who's
Find
the
the winning
lowest? Oh, sorry. Who's the lowest rated GM? I have no idea.
Me. Yes. No, GMs can lose their FIDE rating. They can go as low as possible.
Right.
I was talking about USCF
U.S.
rating.
chess. U.S. chess.
And I was
has
talking about
four.
GMs. I was talking about the floor. The highest floor you can have is 2,200. So if you're 2,800 USCF, you can go to 2,200, and that's it. You can't go to 2,199.
Yeah, that one was impossible.
Ready?
Yes. Black to move.
I got it right, but I didn't know I got it right.
Yeah. That's the best way to get it right.
All right, I got it. That's right. That was the Simpsons episode, MC Escher.
Gotta get away from my nice new jacket.
Well, somebody didn't use an engine.
Soon this torment will be
Right,
over.
yeah, we're in the last days of it now that we got out the source of the problem.
Excuse me. Ugh. Damn. The GM title and your USCF rating aren't related. GM is a
Right.
FIDE title.
A lot of GMs don't have a USCF rating.
Right. Most GMs in the world don't have one. You're comparing apples and oranges.
Right. Well, apples are better though.
What about oranges?
I can't really compare the two.
Man, it's the first time in chess history that trying to learn has the right answer.
For the first
And I mean
time
ever.
in history.
And he didn't use an engine because he typoed every move.
Yeah.
Darn. Okay, go ahead with
I mean,
it.
it has to be rook f8.
It's
Right.
rook
That's the
f8.
only
I got
legal
that.
move.
Right.
Otherwise, it's mate
Now
one.
you
Yeah.
gotta play a move that the fuck's his name? Sir Mix-a-Lot would play.
All right, and there's only one move here too.
You gotta play the Sir Mix-a-Lot move.
Otherwise, it's mate in one. So you have to not.
Yeah,
get
he's
mated.
threatening mate, and he's threatening
Yeah.
mate.
Right.
What would Sir Mix-a-Lot do?
Double up.
No, he's long and he's strong, and it's trying to get the friction on.
Double up was a good answer though.
Double up on the
It's
bubble.
not right here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. When somebody's mating you, what's a good idea?
I mean, I know what I'm supposed to be looking at. I don't know what it is. I mean,
When somebody has a mating attack, you should trade pieces.
Especially queens.
Yeah.
like Queen A6.
No, because he's threatening this mate
You
too.
gotta check every move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta play a check. It's your favorite check because it's long and it's strong. It's time to get the friction on.
Yeah. That is what it is. You know what it is.
Karen's like, that move don't make no sense.
It doesn't make sense. Go ahead. I don't want to just sit here and
Yeah,
guess.
it's
I
check.
see. I don't see how.
Right.
Why?
Then I'm gonna check him here, and I'm gonna take the queen with my bishop.
Oh, the discovered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you're up a piece.
Then you're up a piece. Otherwise, you're gonna get mated.
Exactly. It's the only way to
23.93.
not get
Now, strangely, trying to learn said rook f8, queen g1.
It's
Wow.
not that particularly hard. I just couldn't see it.
I can't believe trying to learn ever got a puzzle right. Although he did write queen f2, typoing queen g1. They said, I mean queen g1.
He knows some stuff.
Trying to learn?
No.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, he knows stuff
not
about
chess,
like
right?
computer stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
He knows about like Northern Virginia. I mean,
Right.
what else does
He knows a lot of stuff.
Larry Kaufman, the grandmaster, his FIDE is 2188,
yeah. Dang.
and he's old and slow.
But he didn't get his
Yeah.
GM title by the traditional means.
Right, he won the World Senior Championship, and they gave him the title.
So yes, actually there we are, peak FIDE
Yeah.
24.
Yeah,
so he started lower
He was an IM's IM.
than. Yay! Thank you, Man Moth, for that.
Yay,
What's
Man
up?
Moth.
Bet you guys were
40
surprised
minutes,
I
yeah.
knew that.
Yeah. Did I tell you that?
No.
Dang.
What'd you not tell her?
The thing that she just said.
No,
I didn't hear.
That was
That-
a whole spiel.
That I
of,
knew about
you know,
knew that he
Kaufman.
getting his title. And
Oh.
Trish.
Yeah.
I knew because
Kaufman.
when Ben did the Komodo Dragon
Mm-hmm.
match, I
Mhm.
interacted with Larry a good amount and Googled him up at that time. Yeah, you can. If you win a particular tournament, you might be awarded a title. Caffeine Jones, there's some tournaments that will do that
So H7.
for both IM and GM, and
And
I'm
E1.
guessing CM other titles.
There it is.
Man, I almost messed it up. You like the new board colors? Red and brown. I made all the white squares red.
Yes.
I need Spencer to help
So
me.
which tournament was it? Was it a senior tournament? I can't remember now which
The
one.
World Senior
World
Championship.
Yeah, World Senior. There we go.
Yeah, you're right.
I lost my GM title, but then Karen found it.
Yeah.
Right,
Amazing
CM.
grace.
Explain how Vichy is still so good, says Man Moth.
Ask Spencer.
If you think he's good now, I should have seen him a couple decades ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was a killer.
Let's do another one.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
there.
Some of these just are
Carry the
above,
one.
above me.
I don't see what the problem is. I mean, it's just there.
Right.
What kind of puzzle is
Yeah.
this?
I don't
I'm
know.
mad.
This one's not too difficult.
Rawr.
Let's see. Check. Takes.
Oh, now I know why I'm wrong. All right.
Oh. What?
Yeah. Now I know why I'm wrong. Terrible. Oh, now I know why I'm right. And Spencer was right, and my second move was ridiculous.
Right. I see all the stuff now that you're
I
saying.
said I had a ridiculous second move.
Yeah. I know what it was.
I was like, that wins, and that doesn't. Yeah, this is actually
Okay.
easier than I said it was.
It was, yeah. Is he even more succulent than I?
All right. Well, I have a line.
Tell me about it.
Queen E3.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good start.
What do you think he'll do?
King H1.
Then what were you planning to do? Hopefully not my move. Hopefully the right move.
Queen F2.
No, that was my move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, darn.
Then I realized I was wrong.
Darn
But
it.
you're close.
Because he'll defend with Rook G1 then.
Right. Then I saw Rook E2 and I missed knight E7.
Oh.
Yeah, Rook E2,
Snap.
Rook E2 wins except for
Yeah, I
knight
didn't
E7.
see that.
Rook E2 incredibly
Wait a
wins.
minute.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it
that's
loses to knight E7.
Back to the first.
Crazy.
I'm
Right.
lost.
Well, Queen F2.
This
Rook
is
G1.
wrong.
I got that.
I'll show
part.
you. I'll show you what I was. I'll show you.
You
Why.
said something about Rook G something.
Rook G1.
Yeah, that's after Queen here threatening mate. There's Rook G1.
Oh, Rook G. Okay.
Yeah. Then I thought Rook E2 won, but knight E7 wins for white.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me further contemplate.
This move for black.
Do you know why black's winning here? Because white played F3.
That's actually true. Queen E3
It-
check wouldn't be allowed.
it's possible he played GF, FG earlier.
That's unlikely.
Yeah, but Raj would say
But
that.
I had this kind of structure
Oh, yeah.
against Doric, and he did do that.
So you could go. Okay. So all right, Queen F3.
Right.
That's right.
And then Rook E1.
28-19.
What? I guess people are playing Queen F2.
Right. Okay, now let me
Yeah.
show you what I thought, then I realized why
Yeah.
I was
That
wrong,
was
Karen.
two
I didn't
So I
different
thought what
Queen
you
F2.
thought.
Yeah.
Now this here and here.
And the rook's hanging too,
Okay.
which is good.
Right. So I'm threatening mate, mate, and mate. So
Mm-hmm.
here, and then I thought I was done. I'm like, okay, I win. I'm threatening everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then this wins for white. Knight E7 check.
Yeah.
The king can't go to
rook.
H7 because the queen's here. If king H8, rook takes rook mate. And if you take the knight, then you lose your queen. So I thought this was winning. Then I'm like, oh wait, white's winning.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, queen F3.
Yeah. Queen
So then I was embarrassed that
Some
I
people
didn't.
are doing that. Yeah, they don't see the defense.
Yeah, queen F2, rook E2 looks good, except it loses.
But
this
I
looks
didn't
even-
see that. I just saw.
Right,
Queen
this
F3
looks
instantly.
gooder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the goodest.
Yeah, I agree
Okay,
with that
good.
Schmoligan. Mm-hmm. Vicious puzzle.
2244 in the year 2244-66. Ready?
Last night was tough. I was out late for me. Actually,
me
I got
too.
home about the same time as
Yeah, yeah.
Spencer.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Should we ban the guy who wrote no pineapple on pizza, please? They wrote please,
Oh, is that bad?
because I like pineapple on pizza.
Oh.
Therefore, he has to like it. That's probably my favorite pizza topping.
Wow.
I like it on pizza.
Yeah.
But that's back when I was eating meat. I liked it with ham or with some
Hawaiian
kind of
pizza.
Yeah.
That's
So I
like
don't
that
know.
Hawaiian burger joint.
I think I'd still like it on
Right.
there.
They do have a tasty burger.
Oh yeah, the question I forgot to ask you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We were
right,
talking
right.
about Korchnoi. Which one of my wives drew Korchnoi in a simul? It could be you. She was like, did I do it?
I mean, I got a 50-50 chance.
Do you know?
Kelly?
No, I would have said my mom.
Kelly.
Ah, dang it.
It was at the National Open.
How is
What
that
happened
possible?
was Kelly got into a pawn down rook and pawn ending, and Korchnoi wanted to go.
Oh,
Korchnoi
that's
like,
possible.
draw.
I just
He's
thought it
like,
was
and he said
impossible.
maybe I could win, but I don't want to play the simul for another 40 moves. He said if I do win, it's going to be like 40 more moves. So like, I draw.
That makes sense.
I'm not even sure if it was winning or drawing. It was like
Right,
really
right.
close. Yeah.
Hey, why would he care? I mean,
Yeah,
why
he's
would
like,
he
draw. I
care?
want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
T-Grass 23. It's like Tigran. Thanks for the sub.
But anyways, Karen, just say the first move, because we all know you're thinking it.
Well, I was looking at Bishop H2, and so that, but I hadn't finished looking.
Oh. Seems like the move, though, right?
It does, but I was trying to practice my visualization.
We just know it's the move because there's no other move that wins.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And we don't know if that wins, but it's a puzzle.
Well, there's
So-
nothing
so
else
we-
going on.
Right.
This looks like a Chigorin kind of.
But I need to look further
Kali
now.
Chigorin.
So before I give my first move, I like to.
We don't know the answer, though. We just know it's right.
There's no other.
We
kinds of
haven't
moves.
calculated anything.
But I need practice calculating. That's,
Yeah, but it's too hard.
so I don't
'cause
like
we
to
don't know what
just
he's gonna
spit out
do.
an answer.
Well, the next move, you should know what it is, too.
I do, but I want to. Actually, I have two. But then there's like a Greek gift thing going on here.
That's
kind
what it
of.
is.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Yeah, it's already gifted.
Yeah, usually, like,
But-
when this is all here,
Bad.
then the Greek gift works because those pieces are helping
Right.
defend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can't play, Bishop
Terrible.
F4 or something.
Let me see.
Terrible.
Can't be that because then just
Can't
get
play knight
blocked.
F3. Can't play bishop F4. Can't play nothing.
Yeah, so knight check.
Done.
After
Knight
King G3, I don't know
G4.
what the answer is. I played King G3. Damn. Darn.
Right. I mean, you got options, but I thought I had the right move here.
Probably Queen G5, but let me look.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's what
I
I
just
thought.
want to examine it further.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it typically is. Yeah, I survived one of these at World Open.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man, I got Greek
I remember
gifted.
that.
Yeah, we drew.
You drew, right? Yeah. I
Yeah, but he didn't play it right. I've stuck my king out. My king was out.
Like this.
Yeah.
So Queen G5, they'll play F4, right?
He might play E4, but F4 is
No,
better.
E4 doesn't work.
Right, F4 is better.
But E4 is cool or refutation, I guess. Actually, I don't really know. There. I mean, yeah, that's just okay. Wins the queen. Yeah.
Well, do we agree it's Queen G5?
It
Yeah.
could be H5.
Okay. Well,
But
let's-
I think
No,
it's-
this wins in every variation. Queen G5.
Yeah, but it could be H5.
Because E4, Knight E3, King H2,
No, I know
Queen
you-
H4,
No.
and yeah, F4, Queen G6.
I mean, I've always
Right.
Queen G5.
But H5, I'm threatening H4, King here, mate, and mate. Well, it's not mate, but
I mean, F3.
H4.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
F4.
think-
F4.
H4.
King H. King
F3.
F3, right?
Yeah, I can't find a win there. Bishop here, you take this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I mean, this is right.
Yeah.
Never play F3. Never. This is now.
I didn't expect that.
No, but see, here's why this is hard to solve. You're mating him, and then when you have a way to win that doesn't mate him, you don't look for it. You're just like, "Where's the mate? Where's the mate? Where's the mate?" But okay,
Where's the
now
beef?
now there's no mate,
Yeah,
but now
I
you
know.
can win all his pieces.
This is like the same as E4 variation.
Right.
Yeah.
No, E4 I can mate him. E4 Knight E3 is mate.
King H2. Oh, G2.
Queen G2 mate,
Yeah, I
and King
forgot.
F3 Bishop G4 mate.
I just saw King H2.
Oh, Bishop
Queen
G4 is
H4.
not mate. Bishop E4 is mate.
Yeah. Yeah, Bishop E4. I saw that line actually. But anyways, everything
So-
wins. Yeah.
Yeah, 93.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And Knight D1.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Not Queen G2.
2400.
Right? Not Queen G2.
Right.
That's the point.
Yeah, you're just trying to take all his pieces with check.
Yeah, win a queen.
Yeah,
is good
I mean-
enough. Keep the initiative even.
I think I would have seen that, but Ben did
No,
give
yeah,
too
you
much
got
of
it.
no, but he gave too much of a hit by saying, "Oh, you." But it's
No, you
fine.
saw it all.
What?
I-
Oh, yeah.
I gave you no hints.
You gave a hint, but I
Nope.
was going that way anyway.
You can go your own way.
Checkmate you.
White
Oh yeah, we
to
keep
me.
I
solving
solved
this.
this.
We already had this one
Oh,
like
okay.
4 times.
I don't know if I've ever seen
Yeah,
it.
we've had it like 4 times.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, I
that-
solved it in 1 second.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna know it.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
you'll
good.
remember when you're solving it. You'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's right." You will. I'm
Alright.
telling you as you're solving, you'll be like, "Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's right. We've had this."
Sure.
I'm predicting she'll remember it
Oh
later.
no.
2330 viewers. What
Nice.
else?
That's a pretty good amount.
Okay, it's time for our third. What's it called?
Train?
Train.
Go train.
Let's get a hype train going. We need 93 subs. This better be a great train. That was good clapping.
Yeah, maybe you killed some flies.
Possible.
Remember when Randy Johnson threw the ball
And hit- killed a bird.
exploded the bird?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I know, I see.
Craziest way to die for a bird.
All right. Well, I mean, Bishop F5.
Yeah.
And then let me just look from here, and then it's gonna be.
Yay, 1 cent to do.
6.
Thank you.
It's gonna go there.
I'm becoming a teacher.
Oh, H. What does that say? I
HLTQ.
couldn't read. It's too far.
Could be an L. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, if you become a teacher, don't say everything I would say, because sometimes you get fired.
right.
I had a parent come into my class once. Class hadn't started yet, chess class in a school. And he told a kid to leave. And he had a guy with him. And he yelled at me for like 10 minutes.
Wow.
And then he left. And then I didn't teach that school anymore. I mean,
Why not?
I told them I'm not teaching at that school anymore.
So let's see. Knight G6.
Yeah.
I still don't remember having this.
And I've taught at like over 100 schools. It's only happened once where a parent got mad at me.
Oh yeah.
Those were the days.
Oh, I do remember now. Okay.
Those were the
Yeah.
days.
95,
Mhm.
and then 9F7.
You remember that?
Nice.
I do now. I do
Okay.
now.
2257.
Yeah, I didn't remember it when I first saw it.
So during the kid in question, for the parent who was yelling at me, was sitting under the table during the class. I told him to sit in the chair, and he was screaming for no reason. He was just going, ah, ah, like for no reason. He just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And he's sitting under the table screaming, and I'm like, sit in a chair.
This
And he was like,
where was
ah.
this?
It's some school like 30 years ago. And then, so he didn't like the way I talked to his kid. And then he came in and yelled at me. He wanted to fight. It was clear he wanted to fight. And he brought a guy with him, I think, to like stop him from fighting me. I'm serious. Yeah, and he yelled and
Good
Probably just
yelled.
for like a show of force.
So,
He yelled.
so what did you say to the kid that he got mad about?
I don't want to say it on stream.
Oh.
But yeah, but it was funny. I told the kid like he was mentally ill, but I didn't say it that nicely. And then the guy said, you called my kid this, and that runs in our family. Now he doesn't want to play chess anymore. Like they said, it runs in his family. And I was like, uh-huh. And he said, and my kid doesn't want
volunteer that
my
information.
right. My kid doesn't want to play chess anymore. I mean, his kid was on the floor screaming because his kid's like an idiot,
So I don't know what.
or he's dumb.
A lot of the chess programs, like today, and I'm sure back, when you were talking about, they don't necessarily have school support for discipline problems. They just
Right.
want you to handle it.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
And sometimes, you need to be able to send them to the office.
Right.
I taught it. This is a separate story. I taught a class in Charlotte, and it was the worst class ever for behavior. Like of all my class I've ever taught, and I left Charlotte to go back to St. Louis, and Peter Giannatos, who ran the program, said he would teach the end of the class, like the last 3 or 4 classes, because I stopped somewhere in the middle. And I told him, like, yeah, this class is tough. Like the kids don't behave well. So he showed up. He taught one class, and he canceled the class. He said, I'm not going back to that school. He canceled the program, even though the program was like 80% done. He's like, I'm not teaching the last 3 classes. This is over. This is done. And I was like, all right. I mean, I can't do that, but if I could have done that, I would have.
Peter was on the stream earlier.
Yeah. And then I have another story. I'm in a school. This is all different stories. And it's 7 a.m. because the class is 7 to 8, and then 8 o'clock school starts. So I'm like, I set up a demo board, and I'm like, this is the king, this is the queen, this is the bishop, and these are the names of the pieces. And after about a minute, some kid was crying, really crying. So I was sure that some kid like hit him
All right.
because he was crying horribly. And I said, what happened? And he said, I want my mommy.
Oh. Don't we all?
So this was like the kid was 5, and it was his first week of school, and it was before school. It was the first class.
No.
Yeah.
And he said, and so I went into the hall, and I saw a teacher, and I said, hey, can you help me? Like an actual teacher.
All right.
And then the teacher said, come here. And she walked over with the kid somewhere and gave him a ball. And he bounced the ball for an hour.
Okay.
Well, and he was real happy. And then I was teaching my class, and he sat there bouncing the ball. It was like The Simpsons, but it actually happened.
Yeah.
And he was really happy bouncing the ball. He was like,
Aw.
yay.
Teacher had the right idea. Yeah.
Keep
She
him
gotta handle this.
busy. Aw.
She's like, here's a ball, bounce it. And he's like, great.
5's pretty young.
Man, he was really happy with his ball bouncing. Yeah, the biggest mistake I ever made teaching chess was I was taking attendance, and I asked a kid who was like 6 how to spell his last name, so he just started crying uncontrollably. He had no idea how to spell his last name, so he was ashamed. So he just started crying. I said, "Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter if you can spell your last name. Don't worry about it."
All right. I
Man,
just
he was
assumed
really
you
upset.
could.
He was really upset
Sorry.
that I asked him to spell his last name. He's like, "I can't spell my last name. I'm 6. I can't spell my
I
first
don't know.
name."
Could I spell my last name when I was 6?
I don't know, but he was he was unhappy.
I must have been able to, right? It's not that tough of a name.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 English words.
Did
So
you
it should be all right for me.
did you enjoy your time working in school?
Oh yeah, that was all great.
I actually taught
No,
chess
horrible.
in the school
Worst.
system too. I am Carlos Perdomo.
And talk about a waste of time.
friend of ours, but man, I did not enjoy doing that.
You know what you
at
did
all.
like is
Did
when we taught
not.
at that school for us, when it was me and you.
Amana, that was horrible.
Well,
Horrible.
obviously, it's just babysitting. And
I just hated
you
it.
shouldn't teach chess for babysitting. It's too complicated.
And I already
You have
said
to be
after this
patient,
last time
and-
that I would never teach in this
Yeah,
in
it's
the
not right. It's not
classroom
right.
again. And
It's
that
not
is,
right.
if
Oh.
I had a choice, hang on, if I had a choice between teaching in the class to the low-rated ones that don't want to play,
When she says low rated, you don't even understand what she's saying.
or being like
It's not rated. It's negative a million.
a secretary,
Low-rated.
like a secretary at a company somewhere, just doing some kind of. I would definitely be the admin. I would before teaching chess in the classroom. Never
I
would
mean,
I.
I'd rather
do
do
that
like
again.
anything. but
Okay,
teach chess.
now you know Giannis. Okay, and you don't know Giannis. Giannis is a high school math teacher. He was, and he was getting a
Thank you,
PhD in
MC.
math, and he's 6'5". So he's not, when he teaches,
Short.
sort of scary. Anyway, so I was in the hospital dying, and I was there for like 10 days, and I got my gallbladder removed and some other stuff. Anyway, this is 20 years ago. And I said, hey, can you teach this class? He teaches chess, too. He's 1,700. I said, can you teach my class while I'm in the hospital? He's like, sure. So he goes to the class. He comes back the next day to visit me. He says, if you're in the hospital next week, I'm not teaching that class. You have to find somebody else. He taught the class once, and he's like, I'm never going back to that school. And I had taught there for 4 years.
Yeah.
I knew what he meant, but I told him that was like an average school. That wasn't.
I mean, I taught all over St. Louis too. But
Yeah.
remember when I was
Yeah, and I was like,
after
that's
school,
average.
after school. I mean,
Yeah.
That's
jeez.
not something I'm ever doing.
I'm never
horror
going back
stories.
there again.
I would never do it.
I mean, every story that you told, I could tell like
Yeah.
similar. It was horrible.
I'm never going back there again. What's
Makes no
funny?
sense.
I taught there for 4 years.
What
You
is
can't
the
go
point
back
of it?
once? He's like, no. And he's a teacher.
I was teaching a school, and then for months and months, like the whole year. At the end, the kids didn't know how to move pieces. I mean,
Right.
and that's all I taught was how the pieces moved and like mate with the queen.
That's how the kids
That's
were
all,
in
and for
Amana.
months, like 4 months, 5 months.
Terrible.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube
Insane.
now watching this and you're like, I hate Karen and Karen's stupid, if you were in the schools I was in, you wouldn't even know what world you were in. Right? Karen would beat them 100 out of 100 with just her king. If she had a king and they had all their pieces, Karen's a big favorite. Big favorite. There's no way she wouldn't win with her king. You see what I'm saying? Because you have a king. So that's too much for them. Yeah, they can't make legal moves. They have no interest. I tell them not to move pawns every move. They move pawns.
They
every
can't
move.
set up the board even.
No, they can't do
I
anything.
mean,
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, kids are dumb.
you can teach.
they just don't care. Like,
Yeah,
if
they don't wanna
care,
play.
They're not gonna learn it.
They don't want to learn it. Their parents are the ones that wanted them
Parents are even dumber.
to take the
Right.
class
That's true.
because they see it as a smart kid thing. And
Yep, yep.
A lot of times the kids don't want to
And the
be
kids
taken.
aren't smart. No,
That's not what I'm
they got nothing. No.
But it is a big trick, like chess in schools. It's a trick.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you think that it's for smart kids, and it makes your kids smart. It's
No.
just annoying babysitting.
You're not
It's
smart, your
nonsense.
kids.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not happening.
Don't
Let-
do it.
let me be
Get
clear,
a
that is
private
not my-
coach.
That's not my opinion.
That's the only
What
way.
I'm saying is they're not interested. In,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're not smart. They can be as interested as they want.
You're definitely not interested.
Yeah.
And most of them are not very bright. Let's be
Most
honest.
of them.
That's not what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
The kids are just
That's
stupid.
not true because
You've
like,
all been to school. The kids aren't very smart in your school, were they?
yeah, but
you know,
the kids at
That's
my
how it is.
Including
no,
you.
the kids at Fulton
Right.
Science but the kids at Fulton Science Academy where my kids go are all smart.
Well, okay. I mean,
And those
private
that's
school,
where
but-
I have most of my
Well,
teaching
nerds
experience.
specifically.
So I will say that the kids were similar to the ones at the less smart school. It's all.
Really?
Yeah, they were just
Interesting. I would have thought
What
it-
they are describing sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I can say a lot of things about teaching math at college.
yeah, they came. Thank you, Jude NYC.
It was funny. My friend Giannis, the guy I was just talking about who wouldn't teach my class, when he was getting a PhD, he was in charge of the incoming math students for placement. And one day was domestic day, and the next day was international day for students who were international. On domestic day, he's like, all right, you're going to remedial math. Then when it was international day, he would say, you could teach advanced master's classes in math. He told me that's the way it was at Michigan. Like kids who were freshmen, they could already have masters in math if they were from other countries. Frankly, terrible education system in the U.S. I blame Trump. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And if you have a kid, whoever you are, your kid's not too bright.
Well, I mean, I had to homeschool
Sorry.
my kids for up until Holden was in seventh grade.
Kid's not smart.
Because they don't know what to do with anybody that's smart in the school system.
That was the greatest thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm in Vegas talking to Victoria Lipschitz, remember Louisa, her daughter? And I said, we were all standing there, her daughter and his son that I hadn't met because he was born after they moved away. And his son was like 7. And I said, oh, does your son play chess?
Right.
She said, no, he's an idiot.
Right.
Like right in front of him. No, that kid's an idiot. And I was like, damn, harsh.
Yeah. That's
And the
like
kid
a
was
boy
like
you'd say in a
going,
cartoon.
la, 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 la.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's start it finally. Yeah, there we go.
What? But I wanted to
solved
talk
it,
about how
probably.
dumb kids are.
They're not dumb. Now, come on. I just, the school systems, I don't know how to make them better, but they aren't the greatest. But I love the school my kids go to.
There. I'm done. Oh, wait, I'm not done. Oh, yeah, I'm done. All right.
Let me see.
Yeah, but the U.S. is really big. We have a lot of land and we have a lot of universities. So we have good ones and bad ones. But yeah, we have a lot of good ones. True.
Universities?
That's right.
You can make someone care about chess. I've done it.
Hey, this looks like it was definitely a London.
Is this a Lundo? Yeah, this looks like you should have white. It's a Lundo.
Yeah.
And white sacked a piece, which you've been doing recently. So this is for you.
Always sacked
Okay.
pieces.
So this is just your kind of position. When I was in a college history class, the school wasn't the best school. And the first class, no. Did you say D7?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Anyway,
Well, I was
So-
trying to get rid of the defender of G6 so that I could push the pawn.
this doesn't defend
Yeah.
G6.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can see it right.
But anyway, the guy said the overview of the class on Saturday morning, first class. He said, this class we're going to talk about, whatever, these years and all that. Then he says, we'll talk about Leonardo da Vinci. And then when he tried to say something else, this woman class said, whoa. Leonardo da what? And then he said, Da Vinci. He says,
what?
okay, now what did he do?
Leonardo.
Leonardo da what is great. He should have said DiCaprio, but he wasn't thinking.
Yeah. I mean, was DiCaprio around? then?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, this was 30 years ago.
Close, yeah.
He did that. What's that movie you like?
Titanic.
No, before that. The one with Benny and June, but not Benny and
I'm
June.
King of the world.
What's the one with the really big woman?
I'm trying to solve what's eating Gilbert Grape?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
DiCaprio's in there, right?
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
He plays a person with Down syndrome.
Yeah, it turned out that the mom was eating Gilbert Grape. She was hungry.
I don't know.
It's Johnny Depp too, right?
Johnny Depp and DiCaprio. Right.
I forgot.
And what's her name?
Mary Steenburgen.
I wasn't thinking of
Oh,
her.
I like Mary
I was thinking of the younger woman. She dated her brother. What's her name?
I don't know.
Oh wait, that's the other woman.
Anyways, I solved it finally. It's kind of tough with the
I
flies.
solved it a
get
long time ago.
distracted.
Yeah, they're annoying.
This one's not very difficult.
What's it? No, I think it is. What Julia what? Juliette Lewis. That's the one.
Wait, Juliette de what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Juliette Lewis.
I forgot she was in there.
Well, anyways, Karen, I think you had the right idea. You wanted to play G6, but you wanted to remove the defender.
Right. And so you're right.
Yeah.
But D7 wasn't a defender.
Okay, maybe just take on F7.
Right, because G6,
Exactly.
FG is...
I wasn't even looking at that.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
now
It's
it's
this.
Okay, knight F7. Yeah.
Because FG, there's no...
Now you can play the move you
Yeah,
wanted to play.
G6.
Yeah.
Now you're threatening the rook, and if he
Yeah.
saves the rook, you just made him on the H file. So he has to not save his rook. Probably the puzzle will end because he wants to save his rook.
Maybe it'll make a move.
Right. So he stopped you from playing Queen H7.
Yeah.
Right.
So you take the rook with
Right.
check, and the puzzle's over.
Yeah.
Dwayne De Rook Johnson.
2379.
9.
By the way, when the puzzle started, white was down a piece.
Yeah.
So
it's
I don't
up
know
in
about this
exchange.
position.
Oh, it's two pieces.
2 pieces for Rook. So
right.
I mean, I guess White's winning because White
no,
has a
I
big
thought
attack.
we won material.
Yeah, because we're gonna go Queen here and Rook here.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
Yeah,
annoying.
it's still not clear, right?
A Queen here, Bishop here, Rook here.
Yeah, that should be killing.
Knights coming in.
Because I mean, how do you defend? You have to play King F8, so you can't play Bishop F8.
Right.
Yeah, Revenant. Yeah.
See, now let me tell you what was wrong with the Revenant. First of all,
Should have been called the Trevenant.
DiCaprio's a vegan, and he actually ate meat because the script called for it. So he went against his Okay, and this other thing that's wrong with it is in the movie, the bad guy, who's like one of my favorite actors. What's his name?
Paul.
No, he's not Paul Bettany. He's the guy. He's Australian, maybe.
Hugh Jackman.
No. Who's the guy that I like a lot that nobody likes? Just me.
Stanley Tucci.
No, nobody likes him. Oh wait,
Right.
Tom Hardy. Thank you,
Australian, though.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Okay, now Tom Hardy.
Nicolas Cage.
See, okay, Tom Hardy knows that DiCaprio killed a bear when they were fighting.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the movie, Tom Hardy tries to kill DiCaprio. If I saw somebody kill a bear, I would be like, all right, that'd be the end of it. I wouldn't be hunting him anymore. I'm not fighting a guy who
Bears
killed
are
a bear. I give up. I resign. He's like, I'll show you. I'm Tom Hardy.
Everyone likes Tom Hardy.
And
though,
Tom Hardy's great.
apparently. I
There's a
never
movie
heard
that
of it.
nobody likes but me, and it's great. Lawless. I have spoken. You didn't see Lawless, did you?
I don't. No,
Lawless is great, but nobody likes it but
I
me.
don't think I saw it. Who's in it?
I think it's too good.
Besides
Gary Oldman, Tom Hardy, and then the guy who's Tom Hardy's brother. Who's the wimpiest person in all of Hollywood?
I don't know.
He's one of the Shia LaBeouf.
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf is one of his brothers. He plays a wimpy brother.
I was gonna say
Perfect.
the guy that
Oh,
played the
yeah.
assassin
I
is the
did see
wimpiest guy in
Lawless.
Hollywood.
Oh snap! She was gonna say Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Right.
No. And then who is his other brother? The other brother is a really good actor too.
Yeah, I saw this movie. It was a great movie.
Right. Who was the other brother? In
Shia LaBeouf.
no, not Dane DeHaan.
I'm not a Shia fan.
He's a big guy.
He's a
He's
fan of
he's a
Shia
monster
LaBeouf.
of a guy like Tom Hardy.
Everybody thinks he's so hot. I don't think he's good looking.
Who?
Shia.
Yeah, he looks like a little kid. Guy Pearce. Thank you. Thanks for looking it up. Guy Pearce. Guy Pearce is great. Shia LaBeouf is great, which makes no sense. Gary Oldman's great. And then the woman's really famous. The woman in the movies is like one of the 10 most famous actresses.
What's the name?
I can't remember people's names. Who's the actress? There's only one famous woman in the movie.
Yeah, she's good too. In it, I forgot her name too.
She was blonde.
I didn't think it was me. I thought it was somebody else. But how would you write the name if you? No, not Kate Winslet. Not Mira. Oh, it is Mia because 2 people wrote it. Jessica Chastain. I thought it was right. I thought it was Jessica Chastain. 'Cause she's the woman in the movie.
That sounds
Okay.
right. I think it is
Anyway,
Jessica Chastain.
if you like revenge, I'm not saying you do. If you like revenge, you're gonna like this movie a lot.
Okay.
I think your brother likes that. You know? Karen,
What?
your brother likes revenge films and stories.
No, Lawless is a
Yes?
masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you told me that,
Which brother?
Frank.
I don't know that he likes stories, but he acknowledges that he gets pleasure from revenge.
No. Lawless is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I like Lawless a
Yeah.
lot.
It didn't get good reviews because they're all wrong and I'm right.
Really, it didn't get good reviews.
No.
What's not to like?
Right, it's the greatest movie ever.
It's like a little artsy, you know, but still, I mean, it's great. Yeah, it has funny dialogue and
Shia LaBeouf is supposed to be like the wimpy brother.
Right.
I mean, they hired the right guy.
crushed it. He crushed it.
He doesn't
the
like it. He's
wimpiest.
like, damn it, I'm not wimpy. And they're
It's
like,
after 9.
they're like, ha ha ha.
Oh, is it after 9?
Hey, let's do one more.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get one more going.
Man, they're laughing at Shia LaBeouf. They're like, hey, he's so
Yeah,
wimpy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can you check on my phone what
Oh yeah.
the percentage situation is?
Let's see.
Here's the situation.
I don't think I can
Ooh,
actually
C.L. Smith is
see
like-
it. You have to
Okay.
look. Won't let me.
Oh
see.
yeah, right. 51.
51.
That's fine. I can just keep it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, my phone is somewhere.
I solved it. No, I didn't.
I don't
didn't
know
even
why
know it
there's
was
not
that.
2 answers.
No, I think I solved it.
Why aren't there 2 answers?
Well, don't be talking about it because I haven't solved anything.
I have to figure out why both my answers don't work.
Let's see.
I don't see a secondary answer. Oh yeah, I do now. Duh.
Right, I'm trying to figure out
What
which
am I
one,
talking
which
about?
one's right,
No,
and which
but
one's
now I
wrong.
know why it's right though. I know why one doesn't work.
Darn. Oh yeah, obviously that's ridiculous.
Frankly.
Like, Jesus. All right, then I solved it because I figured out why one was idiotic.
All right, I'm gonna look a little bit more.
Frankly, terrible.
Yeah.
This looks like that line in the Alekine, except usually
Yeah.
White Castle's queenside.
Yeah, yeah.
And doesn't hang his B pawn.
It's yeah, a knight c3, d5, e4, d4,
Right.
or e5, d4.
right,
Yeah.
and then take.
and
Yeah.
That's good for white though, because white has a better structure. They should trade queens. White should trade queens in that line, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like queen d2. And this guy played bishop d2. But then he won tactically, I guess, in this position.
Have you watched The Others? It's a great movie.
Yeah, we watched that in theaters.
But we saw it.
Yeah.
What was it about?
It was like a family, and then spoiler alert, she accidentally like kills the kids and then herself on purpose. Then like the whole time they're all dead, but then they don't like know it, so they think like they're alive living in the house. But then these other people come in and they're talking to them and they're really weird, and then it turns out that everyone's dead in the movie.
I saw that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
That movie sounds
You
like
saw it
Sixth
in-
Sense, but the opposite.
You saw it, yeah. You saw it in theaters with me, and Kelly. Kelly was there too. Yeah, I remember vividly all that stuff.
Everybody's dead that kills their kids by accident.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it was on purpose. I think
I
she
don't-
accidentally killed him.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, how can I see a movie and not remember any of it? Damn.
Yeah, it was like a horror film, you know. It was a horror film.
I don't remember any of it.
Anyways, I ruined the movie for everyone because you're not supposed to know that they're all dead.
But isn't that Sixth Sense? They're all dead and they don't know it.
Well,
I mean, obviously it's just
only
one guy.
guy's
I
dead.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Go Spencer.
I don't remember the movie at all. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Are they like in a big house, like huge?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I did. I remember that. That was.
Yeah, and then one of the people was mute, you know? They
Yeah,
couldn't
all right.
talk.
That movie was.
Hey, 400
Thank
bits.
Xenoid. I'm not impressed with that movie because I can barely remember it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like kind of cool in its psychological way, but I wasn't too impressed with like that acting or anything. I was a kid, so I don't really remember.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes when you're a kid, like a movie stands out, you know?
Like Finding Nemo.
Right. Yeah, that was a great movie.
You know what movie you
Little
liked
old,
when you were a teenager?
What?
Well, give me a second. What's the movie with the robot? For the
Wall-E.
alien?
Wall-E.
Wall-E. Yeah, you
Great
liked
movie.
Wall-E.
Great movie. Wall-E's a killer movie.
Yeah, you liked Wall-E.
Then they made fun of Pixar on the most recent Family Guy on Hulu. It was like Pixar were no longer a guaranteed home run because it was the movie was Sweaters or something.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember that. Hey, let's go. Let's get a train going.
Yeah. Wait, is it almost? No, I thought it.
It's
Well,
9:08.
we did get a donation there. Some cheers.
How am I getting more viewers when we're off Just TV? I just got more.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I'm Bishop C3.
Right,
Bishop
that doesn't
C3. I
work,
thought this worked and this worked.
Yeah.
Because you're attacking the bishop.
Right.
But after Bishop C3, you just play Queen D6.
Yeah, you gotta stop
Right, I
Queen
saw that.
D6.
Right, so then that doesn't do anything.
I can't think
But
of
you
it.
You
Bishop
go
F4.
here, then
No,
they
you
can't
can't
defend
play
their
Queen
bishop
D6.
so much.
I looked at that.
Yeah, well,
Because
no
you
problem.
stop Queen D6.
Queen F5, you could play G4.
Right, and Queen B5, you have C4.
Queen B5.
I will go
Text
ahead with
tonight.
it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you play G4 and attack the queen.
No, yeah, I didn't look at any of this.
Yeah, you're just trying to win
Yeah,
the bishop.
you did.
I saw that
Queen
I-
D6 was prevented.
No,
by
I
Bishop
saw that I
F4,
was, but
but
then
not by Bishop C3.
I thought that I was going to switch over from trying to win the bishop to some sort of mate that I couldn't find.
Right. If
That's
you
what
can't find
happened.
It, you gotta look for something else.
Yeah, but I doubted my calculation ability,
Right.
and I had the right first idea, which was to try to win the bishop.
9/11, never forget. One more,
true.
or you're done and you have to go to
Let's
karaoke.
do one more,
right.
and then I swear we're done.
No swearing. Family stream.
Right.
So in the study log,
I got it.
Yeah.
should I put? See, I don't ever put the full stream.
Uh-huh.
I try to strip out the chat part. So what is your estimate of what I should put for?
2 hours and
Yeah,
20
2 hours
minutes.
sounds- oh, okay. And 20. All right, because we're doing extra, yeah.
Yeah, we went over 3 hours.
2:20. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
that's fair.
And 40 minutes
Yeah,
of
that's
crap.
probably about
and you
what I
were
was
gone for
thinking.
10 minutes.
So maybe 2 hours.
No.
Or 2:20. All right, 2:20.
No,
is
it was
fine.
20 minutes of crap.
Right, right.
Yeah, I solved it. And Spencer solved it at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me see.
Yeah,
Check.
yeah.
Is there?
I really, I don't know. I don't think Karen's going to solve it.
I think she will.
Well, I'm going to take a good minute.
You got it. You could prove me wrong.
You know,
And prove you wrong.
who knows? Let's see.
You can explosive him wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, proof.
I mean, are you trying to give me a hint here?
No,
that
I was making
wasn't
fun of the
really-
way I
that
said
wasn't really-
explosive.
Oh, okay. I'm like, don't ruin the puzzle. Man, the dogs are going crazy.
Maybe they saw the answer.
Hmm?
Chess.com's telling me to do puzzles. Shut up.
We did lose all our viewers. We went from 2,300 to 1,600. Terrible.
Oh,
Terrible.
at least I got paid.
Mm-hmm.
I got it paid. Paid me. Dang, all my students have paid me now. I love when it's all caught up. I gotta change yellow to green in my calendar. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, good there.
And you paid for that one too.
Well, I mean, I think the first move is going to
Correct.
be
And
bishop
then after
h2.
king h1.
Okay, so that's what I was looking at because go there, take, check, block. I know we can't. Let's see.
Georgia governor candidate, gubernatorial, Candace Taylor says she will execute sheriffs by firing squad if they don't, quote, do the will of the people. I don't mind handcuffing them either. The Constitution says when you commit treason, it's death by firing squad. I didn't write it. It's in there.
Is this firing squad?
No. If the sheriff doesn't do what I tell them,
That
we
seems oddly specific.
execute them by firing squad.
Well, at least she's executing sheriffs.
The important thing is that she's running for governor.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Anyways, I think Karen will see the move here, right?
Huh? Give her a second,
I think she's got it.
but give her a minute.
Yeah, baby, she's got it.
This looks like the not Von Henningschar gambit. The what's the gambit? D4, knight f6, knight f3, e6, c4,
Blumenfeld.
c5. Blumenfeld counter gambit. That's what this looks like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the bishop.
I can't remember the name of the Blumenfeld counter gambit
Right.
a lot.
I remember before that happened too.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
pretty rare.
There and there. Oh yeah, okay. Let me see if there's a block.
Nope, the volume level's fine. You have a
Yeah.
problem with your computer. Turn the volume up.
Well, I don't, maybe you can't hear me. Let's see.
No, the volume of the stream is always fine. I've watched all the videos afterwards. Not the whole video. I'm not crazy, and it's always loud.
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Yeah, it's basically your computer. You should get a new computer that'll fix it right up.
New computer could fix it.
Fix it right up. Well, I mean, obviously your handle's E4, E6, so obviously there's some
Right.
issue there. Yeah.
You should exchange.
No, the
your
volume is always
computer,
good on the stream.
you know.
It's always user error.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the levels. They're pretty high up.
Mhm.
It's a little worse for me because I'm further back, but even
Yeah,
still,
I mean,
can
he's
hear
sitting
it.
over there, but yeah.
I can see it's going up there.
Couldn't be louder. Best microphone ever, best software, best streamer, etc.
Mostly that, yeah.
I don't know. Darn. Let's see.
Well, what are you thinking about? I think that you were thinking about the right move. You're just too shy to say it.
No, that's not it at all.
And remember to say bitch.
I'm gonna look a little bit further, so you guys
Yeah.
just keep chatting. Cause if I
I
start,
can see everyone fine. What are you guys on about? That's true.
Yeah.
use blocks. Let's see.
Now, you can't get a better computer than this. Nice try, Hayden42.
Oh snap!
But he tried.
Oh yeah, cause there's
Our
a pin
equipment, we have tons of equipment,
Forgot
and we
about
know how to use it. Unlike you.
there.
Drop frame 0%.
That's a pretty good percent.
12 Monkeys is a good movie. I agree.
Was it with Brad Pitt? I guess not. Dang.
What's that?
I said, is it with Brad Pitt?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've watched our stream on YouTube and on the thing, and it's always loud.
Yeah.
If anything, it's too loud.
So I am gonna have to, express some uncertainty because I don't know the answer.
But you're right, so just say
No,
it.
you-
But it's the right move, so just say it.
I didn't even say my move.
All right.
So I was actually looking at Rook F4.
Ah, dang, you're
That
right.
was suggested by a lot of the gawking rabbits.
So I
Sack it. Come on, sack it.
Yeah, you got to play more aggressively.
Bishop G.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
you got to
you
play the
weren't
most
looking at that move?
aggressive.
I was
move.
looking at it.
Nah, just keep sacking it.
Yeah, you got to play the most aggressive, forcing moves.
Right. This should be the first move. to
Oh,
look at.
okay, yeah, Rook F2.
All right. Now, no matter what,
Queen
it's made. It's coming.
G3.
No, you
Yep,
could play
yep.
King H1.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I did.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
That's
care.
good. Right. I don't
King
care.
H1 loses to everything,
Like Queen G3.
and Queen B7
Immediately.
and Queen A8.
Man,
Yeah, Queen
this
B7 and
flies are
Queen
driving
A8,
me
yeah.
freaking crazy.
Now what?
Yeah. She already said it, though.
Queen G3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then what?
Queen G1.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I gotta sack the house. There.
26,
That's pretty cool.
67.
Though. Bishop
Good
H2,
job.
Bishop G2.
I
Rook
looked at
F2.
sacking it, but I
Pretty
just
cool.
couldn't quite do it. These
Yeah.
flies are a bit distracting.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
keep thinking
definitely.
they're in my hair, but maybe they're not. And,
Inside my head.
like they're just like buzzing.
Or I have to ban somebody.
Ban them. Anyways, I guess
Wait, what did they say?
we can go to karaoke.
Yeah, definitely.
Karaoke time.
All right. Bye, Hayden. I hated all of your
All right.
chats.
Quit hating,
Aw.
Hayden.
All gone.
Mm-hmm.
He tried his best.
Hmm.
Let me see.
I feel bad for banning him.
Aw. All right. Well, we can
Bye, Jen.
always talk about it later. So I'll meet you upstairs. Let me
All right.
help turn this stream off.
Who do we raid?
Okay, so let's see.
Let's
I hope
see.
you guys enjoyed this stream. I know
No,
I did.
no chess streamers. Okay, chess bro.
We've got several chess people.
And don't start at the top.
This one,
Uh-huh.
I don't care for that one.
Okay.
This one,
Uh-huh. And the next
this
one.
one,
And that
this
one.
one.
And London.
Look, he's like a 7. I told you he's
I
creeping
rated
up.
I rated London yesterday.
I would think this one
Yeah, all right.
or this one.
Well, tell me which one.
This one.
Agreed. Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, I spelled his name wrong.
Oh, bye guys. See you.
Yep, that works. See you guys tomorrow. Monday, I stream 7 to 11 in the evening. Bye.